All right, hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Oh, I mix it in with stuff. Yeah, not not just straight from the packet. Just shotgunning salt. Yeah. Can you imagine? Do a line of salt. Yeah. Oh, it's good. Just snork up a big line of salt. Oh God. My sinuses just smacked me in the rest of my brain. Hey, what's the matter with you? Knock it off down there. Hey! Alright. Oh yeah, right. We don't have the power. What does salt and vinegar do? What do you mean not straight from the packet? I don't see anything wrong with that. In the nose, though? In the nose is probably where that's real bad. Oh. I don't like it. A salt lick is fine, yeah. Of course. Of course. Alright. We've only got that to finish. There is so much salt licorice available here, I'm probably salt poisoned. Could be. In the nose, you need some water. Agreed. Well, it's all different ratios, right? Like, if anyone's ever heard of or used what's known as a neti pot. So much wood to be had. But I want to work on this so that way we can maximize our full movement speed. And it is almost done. Would it be a practical thing to start doing sunflowers and chestnuts as well to increase variety? Yes and no. The problem is those things take a lot longer. And until this is done, once this is done, I'll feel a lot happier about doing that. But for right now, my internet just died. Oh, boo. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna pause the recording. I'm gonna see what's what. Yeah, we're back. Gonna keep at it. There we go. Pause and resume the recording. Very good. Man, we were at 32 for like a second, and then it died, and I'm down to 8. Again, the viewership doesn't super matter to me. I play the games for therapy, so it's not like, oh no, I don't have the numbers. It's fine. It is fine. Okay, so this looks like this. Badoof. That floods in all awesome. We're going to see if we can finish up the construction, so I'm going to literally leave them to it. Whee! We're good on food. I would like more food processing, though. This needs to happen. This needs to happen, even if it's one worker. Yep, just get started. Okay. Yeah, the mobility, they take a 30% movement loss or whatever, but I'm not super worried about that. Oh, I think I know why the Builders Guild wasn't building new stuff, maybe. I think the Builders Guild had this stuff in the queue. And when I build the new thing... Oh, I did set it to priority. Has it load? What does that mean? Now I'm refreshing my screen. What happened? What do you mean? As it load? Don't allow! 4 babies! We got more babies! It becomes a lot less scary after we hit 10 pops. Oh, we have 3 babies. Okay, things are looking good. It's all coming up Saramara. Yes, it's back. Back again. Dream is back. Hello, friend. That one? Or is it Backstreet's back? Or some third option I don't know? So good. Hey, I'm now streaming. How about that? Someone tell that John guy that he's straight. Okay, building it to too high was probably overkill, but I wanted it, so... And what's funny about this... There. Now it's not funny. Oh, I got it. Good. Did it get finished? Aw, my beaver brother and sisterin. 'Tis built. 'Tis constructed. Fan-frickin-tastic. Yeah, we're gonna let that finish as that finishes. We're done with this. Actually, we're not gonna be able to let that finish because we don't have enough materials to get anything else done anyway. So, how many workers I have? 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Start with that. Need more lumbar. We gotta build up our reserves again. And then hopefully we'll get another drought. Fine. Fine? Fine. Don't really care about that. Yeah, the construction is complete. So I can keep this whole thing flooded and lasting a lot longer. The only thing I can't really do is more industry. So I would like to get this... Oh, it's a red... It's a... Yeah, oh, we're fine. We're super good. Yep. I do want to get these trees harvested, though. Yeah. I don't know if that was the real way we should have handled this map. Maybe we stuck our necks out too far, but I think that was the right amount of stress I was able... stress isn't the right word. The amount of risk tolerance I had for just to give that a go. Oh, you know what? This is stupid. Oh, you could go down and around. Yeah, okay. I thought I saw someone going across this way and then down and up, and I'm like, that's dumb. These pants are of questionable intent. I don't think if there's anything else critical I need to work on. I mean, we gotta plant all this stuff again. I do want more food, though. I'm opting for more food over more wood. I do want to get to about 2,000. I want to get our numbers back up. Yeah. We got 15 totals. Oh, I think we can open up another housing district. Yeah. 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 Yep, I think we're pretty dang safe. This isn't coming over this, even with everything else going on, so that must mean the flow is strong enough in other areas that it doesn't have to come through this way. So if I were to play this map again, you don't have to double up. Single layer was fine. My thought was the second we start blocking flow, this is just going to slam right over. And you know what? It still might. Let's do a test. Now, if this rises way high, I'm really glad we would have blocked this off. So this is already too high. This is too high because it drops down 1. This is too high because it drops down 1. Same. So the only part this was going to be an issue was here. But yeah, with it raised up, no big deal. And that doesn't look like a problem either. All right. It's locked tight. Well, could always construct additional pylons, but this is looking good. Okay, so now just keep an eye on this and pop this up when this gets too close. Yep, and because this blockage is here, that really stuns that up a bit. And boop. Done. Easy. Bad tide, no more. Oof. Oh, if there was a time to crack open some scotch, now would be absolutely the time for that. Oh, and our friend Nedved is going to go live in 15 minutes as well. Excellent. Go ahead and make sure they get a shout. Speaking of shout, did Henry go live yet? Not yet. Okay. Your stream did not break. My internet shut off because it's Tuesday or whatever. Cobalt, red Loctite is for life. Blue Loctite is for mana. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Nope, it's still good. Red Loctite for the stuff you sell before it becomes your problem again. Yeah, my internet went... And I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do? Call my ISP and like, my internet's down again. I know that, and you know that. However, tell that to my internet, please. That would be great. Yeah, we're just gonna concentrate on food and stuff. Oh, actually, water looks like it's done completely. It's always Tuesdays somewhere. That's a really fair way to say that. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Ooh, it's always Taco Tuesdays somewhere. Yeah, that's it. It's just that's all I had. Okay. Industry and agriculture is returning to the land. Now, at this juncture, this is where oak trees would be much more viable here because they can grow for a lot longer. With the amount of workers I have, we're still very much in a recovery state. Yep, we got 10 free beds, so I'm not in a rush about any of that. Okay. 700 food. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. I'm actually a little bit giddy with getting all that done. That was a gigantic project. But it had such a big payoff. I might be able to turn my city center back on. Huh. Human music. I like it. Yeah, 5 o'clock somewhere. Very, very popular. Also, it's a couple of country songs, if not several country songs. Also, probably a Jimmy Buffett song. So, what dirt is all permanently clean and cultivatable now? The way in which I understand it, to put any real science behind it, is the... What would be the phrase for it? The soil is incredibly porous. So, you could fill it full of water, lift it, and all the water would be just ejected from it. The soil would not hold any of the liquid. Which is also why I think everything has such a quick die-off period. You know, game logic, sure. Let's not dig too far into it. Some abstraction is good. But the way in which I see it is like, everything is very permeable. Everything, yeah, permeable is maybe the word I was looking for. Everything is very, very, just fully. Yeah. More guy there. This is all done. We get some of this finished out. And that going. Thank you. Okay. Now we're getting back to our, like, pre-drought numbers. And realistically, when the water returns, I'm going to keep this flooded as this for a while, I think. This gives us a really good idea of how much land's actually usable at any given point. There's actually not a lot. This is all usable. Yeah, we'll get there. We're getting there. The other thing to do is not swing it real hard in the other direction and then just have tons of population. 3, oh my numbers. Yeah. The strip of mountain. This? Yeah. I still need to mosey my ass over to some metal. And I don't need a lot for zip lines. I really don't. But I do need some. But yeah, for probably the next, I don't know, 20 minutes, it's going to be just a lot of stockpile, stabilize. I'm going to want to move this and build more industry here so we can start to talk about gears. Just start doing that right now. About that. Okay. Well, this one is still paused. I had all these unpaused before. I'm looking at capacity. So we'll have 11 more adults. I'm also trying to assume that we're going to have an influx or an outflux. Let's just say a flux of 6. Might have a flex of about 6 with folks dying and everything like that. So I want to make sure that we have about 6 kits ready to be available, I guess, is the phrase I'm looking for. I don't know what phrase I'm looking for. Go ahead and start collecting some of that. That'd be awesome. But yeah, at that point, we're done. So I'm not turning this guy back on. But also before, we didn't have a lot of our big problems solved. This is probably going to be growing forever now. That guy. Yeah. Yeah. Looking pretty good. I'm willing to commit these changes into production. Hardwood Hamlet. You can... I'll just leave it. Yeah. Yep. Everyone's stream shattered. It came back really quickly, though, so that's at least good. Okay, now, for the zip line, because that's what I want to ultimately aim for. I actually don't need gears. For metal, though, I do need gears. Okay, so we do need some of that. This is going to be very much a slow burn project, as I like to say. Yeah. And Twitch has like a 30-second or a 20-second convenience window, or I don't know what it would be exactly called. But it does have a small window of, hey, your stream got disconnected. We'll plug you back in once you come back. It has a very small window like that. But if you lose it, you lose it. So now it just says 17 minutes again, so we're starting from fresh. The thing that makes that annoying is there's this mechanic called Stream Streak, which it's a nice, thoughtful kind of a thing. I like the idea of a stream streak, but the problem with it ultimately is you know, whoever was here, it's gone now. That's unfortunate. At the starting screen, didn't even hear anything. Yeah, I don't know what to say. So, another plank maker, and then I would like a gear maker. Get ahead on some of these numbers. Now, what I might ultimately do is I might seal off some of this area. I might wall this off here, like this, and add more industry here. Might do something like that. We've got time now. We have time. We're good. We got food. 1,000 food. Let's think it that way. Food. That stops. That stops. This can all get back to cracking, cooking, cleaning, do the thing. Perfect. Wait, we have... Oh, okay. The game was paused. I was like, how did we have 4 vacancies and then six folks that don't know what's going on? Sounds good, Nedvid. Thank you very much, and good luck. The time is on your side. Another bad music pun. Oh, did I do that? Or did you do that? I'm losing track of puns now. This is when it's time for a nap. Is when Granddad is losing track of puns. Alright, no, alright, Granddad. Yeah, it's, yep. Yeah, that's how the world used to be. Yep, you nailed it. Well done, Granddad. Alright, you don't need to do anything. Let's get our water reserves topped off. Sounds good, Henry. When you go live, I'll do a shout out to make sure folks can find you. We'll do the same for Nedved as well. Yeah, share the love. Share the love. That's what I like to do. And there's Henry live right now. Nope, it's this. Shout out 3UMC. There you go. If Minecraft is your jam, be sure to check out Henry. Absolutely. Seven kits. Yeah, that puts us very close to where we were before. Now it's so idyllic. I kind of feel like we beat the map, but that's not what happened. Oh yeah, we've had bad tide this whole time, haven't we? Yeah. I forgot we had the bad tides. Yeah. Forgot we had the bad sword. Yeah. Cool. I would like to put a housing complex in the middle of this thing. Wall it off. Zip lines and everything. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. But we still got a lot of rebuilding to do. That looks flush to me. Boof. There you go. Water returns. Easy. Easy cake. I wonder if that's, now that I'm really thinking about it out loud, I wonder if that's really the go-to strat. I wonder if that's really the ultimate go-to strat for this game. Play on hard difficulty. Nowhere. I haven't gotten to metal yet. I've researched explosives. So I've researched explosives. Just haven't gotten to metal yet. But yeah, I wonder if that's like the key strat. If you're playing on hard, ramp up as hard as you possibly can. Just build up as much as you possibly are able. And then, after a certain point, die off. We're going to do the old switcheroo. And maybe I pop this. Move some of these barrels around and put the Builders Guild there. Yeah, I still want to leave that house ready for use as necessary. Yep. Can I get that? That. Honestly, I want to get to full food. And then I'll start committing more resources to getting metal. The metal we're going to go for, I guess, is down here. Actually, maybe over there is easier. No real easy about it. Those are the two sources that are close enough for me to care. But we'll get that going on. Things will be great. Do the haulers not want to haul? Yeah. Yep. Throw as much effort as we can. Get our first idea of how... haulers are probably hauling lumber and stuff. Yeah. Get our first real vibe of how zip lines are going to work. And then after zip lines, I think after zip lines we kind of beat the map. If I was to say, like, yeah, we've tackled 90% of the map's problems, but I'm still going to play it. I still want to launch the rocket, or Earth repopulation tree haver guy. I'm still going to play. I really enjoy this game. Oh no, with the route. What are we gonna do with the route? We're gonna drink full of our cisterns of water. Just drink all the basins of beauty. That's what's gonna happen, because there's just so much water. Oh, a drought, you say? Oh, fascinating. Don't mind me. I'm just still pumping all this water around. Oh, there we go. Boof, boof. And we have workers there. Oh, full 4. Awesome. Way too much. Like it. Can we get this out of here? That'd be just awesome. Is Nedved live now? I want a shout out to all my friends. Nedved is not quite live. Okay. It is a very interesting. No, I love the map. This is the next thing I want. This is why I'm trying to push towards gears and not anything else. 1, 2, 3. We don't need more water. Am I still working on this stuff? Yeah. You're not good. Yeah, you could be able to reach that. Yeah. The blue is so rich. Love it. Last piece. Thank you. And now here is going to go gears. Let's have 2 builders. And we should have enough power. Keep this rolling. Oh, Lord. Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, we have gears and planks running at 100%. Oh, that's so good. That was an exhausting feat to get to this point. Yeah. Okay. So, water is this guy. This guy will hold 30 planks and 20 gears. Gears of war, yeah. This holds 10 of these guys. So this can be 4 in the same footprint. So it's 2.5 times more for the space. So I want to build up, I don't know, how many do I need? If I build 3 of these, we'll match our capacity. So a little bit of rearranging, a little bit of cleaning up, and that's what I want. The second thing I want is more storage. Now, the need for storage is not nearly as high as it used to be because we can work through a drought, we can work through bad tides, we can just work through everything. There's no real necessity for me to be like, well, gotta stockpile so I have something to do for 20 days. That's not really the case anymore. We're on the other end of the supply chain. Supply line, I guess, is a way to say it. But what I'm gonna do... Yeah, thanks. You... Yep, just evacuate all that. We'll put 2 things there. Big ups. Yep, I knew that was not gonna take long. So, a drought is happening. Raise the gate. Yeah, that's fine. We had maybe a little more water we could have taken in. Oh, that looks so gross. Ugh. The yuck. Okay. We have half the materials for our first thing. Oh, a little more lumber. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing, so that's fine. Yep. So that does stop. Industry does stop. Raise the gate! Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries. No, I still want that to be like that. Get the wheels of progress going again. The knights who say... Yeah. My favorite part of all that is when they launched the wooden creature back. Oh, run away! That's so good. Alright, I want one more plank, and I want 2 gears. I would love the bigger storage. It is far more effective for everything, but right now I just don't have the mustard. Okay, it goes away. So we're gonna go from 900 to whatever this is plus 600. Yeah. This can look like... I want to do that for just 1 pump. That's dumb. Goes away. Now we build in some more resiliency before we get too much farther into all this. Ooh, there's stuff to do, stuff to do, stuff to do. Fine. 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 Yeah, there's wood to be had, man. Where can I trim out some stuff? That. Perfect. How much water do we have? A lot. A lot. Time for an ad break. I time my ad breaks to when I wake up and do stuff, so now it's really weird. We got an ad break in 12 seconds. Good time to get up, move around. Get some water. Bring ye the cow. We could use regular power. Regular beaver power, mechanical muscle beaver power, but no to mess with that. Oh man. I'm gonna need me some caffeinergy sauce. I'm trying to stay away from caffeinergy sauce because it makes me feel wild. What do we need for this? We could do large warehouses? No, we're out of planks. And we don't have gears. Yay. Alright. I know we don't have planks, but we can start having this conversation. Let's say change it, having too little power just slow things down. Yeah. That's valid. It's just a huge draw on the people power I'd rather have doing other stuff. But yeah, that is valid. That's a valid take. You can start stacking homes to make more plaza free room. Yeah, soon. Soon, yeah. Yep. I just want to make sure, like, water's not a conversation I ever have to have, kind of a thing. But yes, you're right. Yeah. That can get built in its sweet time. Don't care. But that gets us outside the house. Outside the house. Are you done? You're done. Storages are full. Being on that. Storages are full. Awesome. This is a good feel. You know what I wouldn't mind to experiment with? Maybe no. Changing my mind. We got some extra workers. Oh, you can't really make it down and around anyway. Alright, never mind. Everything is built? Man, everything's Saramara right now. Everything's coming up Saramara. What we could do is we could block this here. Treat this as another farming basin. No, what else comes from here? Oh, Kakapupu Pipi. Never mind. We block this. Yeah, block this off. Right about here. And then here, let this spill in. Another additional reservoir. I don't have a lot of free workers quite yet, so I'm not super worried about it. That science going. Yeah. Yep. just, well, I don't know where the source comes from. I didn't bother to check the source. There may be sources in walls. I think I might have showed you last session, Cobalt. I don't remember, but they're just pipes. But they only activate if there is bad water time. That's metal. What is this? Bad water source. Yes, there's a bad water source here that's just going to trickle, 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 bam. So yeah, I think you're right. If we just block this off and this off, that would be another chunk of water. I will want to shut this guy off, or at least tap it or something. And then there's all the explosives we'll ever need. But here's definitely where we're going to set up bad water production, or harvesting, or whatever. But yeah, right now, it's just a chill smooth. I would like to get some more water going, so we'll shut off a little bit of science. That. Yeah, that's also true. Yeah. Yeah, that's also true. Pretty soon I'd like to switch over to something a little more not rigorous, but hardy, like potatoes. Oh, what's happening here? Get rid of that real quick. The hell? Is this at the bottom of it already? Yeah, okay. Did you see that? There's a little bit of contamination stuff right there. Not the end of the world. But when the water returns, we'll flush this out. But for right now, as long as this lake stays full, we're good. The other really big problem we're having right now is there's a lot of evaporation. Yep, there we go. As you pump fresh water out of low contamination, it concentrates around the pump. Yep, that makes sense. That tracks. The carrot reserves are full. And that's going to die in a few days. That's unfortunate. Shut this off. We can hopefully work on that a little bit more as we eat the carrots. I kind of wish this game had rations. A rationing system. I understand why it doesn't. But I'd almost like to see some sort of rationing system. We're cutting this a little close for my taste. Nope. Did that wrong. Okay. You'd really be well if you get a too high reservoir. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, somewhere for droughts, yep. Well, ideally, that's where the explosives comes in, yeah? Lower this down by 1. How much room do we even have? Oh, we could lower it by 1, 2, 3? Yeah. We could just turn that into a very nice reservoir. Yep. Get there. I'm really excited to get there. There's a lot I want to accomplish, for sure. Okay. There's kind of nothing for me to do right now. We're full on lumber. We only got 3 days. There's nothing I need to plant. There's nothing that needs growing. The trees are going to be... Yeah, just occupy it just so I don't have to pay attention to it when it... Yep. We got all the carrots we could out of this. And we have three extra dudes. Perfect. No kits, though. So I do want to keep, like I said, a portion of just unemployed beavers if we can. We also have 7? We have 8 dedicated to science right now. So we're doing per good. We're doing per good. Is there any of this that needed to get raised? I don't think so. Nope. Already high enough. Yeah, it's weird because this was such a high focus. It was our mandate for the entire game, and now that we've completed our first term mandate, it's just like, yeah? Now what? I don't know. Let's go ahead and get some more decorations fluttered about, right? I've got a beaver statue down there. Does everyone love the beaver statue? Love it. Okay, let's try something else. Weather vane. Yep. Perfect. Maybe? I mean, I'm not saying no to the idea. What are these doing here? Get out. Maybe. We're gonna see if we can get that likability up to 10, though. Paper, I don't have it. Metal, I don't have it. I don't have elixir. I should get all that easy. Anything else? Well-being stuff? Rooftop terrace? Campfire? I would like a campfire. Actually, I don't want that there. I do want a way to go up if we condense it more this way. Hi. Well-being. Campfire. Boop. Rooftop terrace. I recognize that I pushed my people really, really far. I get it. Now it's time to pay back all the things I promised. Yep. Get some planks going on. Get all the stuff real good. And Nedved is live playing Cult of the Lamb. Nedved Twitch. They also have, I think, crowd control enabled. So anyone who's watching can contribute or detriment the run. I should say, can contribute positively or negatively to the run. Is good times. Drought is ended. Water is returned to the land. And Lerp. I also really like this. Just watching it splash and cascade all the way in. Poil, sorry, I got a little ahead. What do you mean, by how? Sorry. That's on me. I wasn't paying attention. I got too fixated with my own dumb crap again. This all dry? Oh, it died. Oh, they have something called crowd control, and crowd control is a link up between the game and Twitch. And the way in which it works is you do channel points, normal channel points in someone's thing, right? So I got, what, Megacycle Fun Bucks or whatever? Megacycle credits. You turn those credits into the crowd control points, and then you can buy things for Nedved or against Nedved while the run. So, like, when they're fighting against a big boss, I chip in, like, here's a heart. And a heart is, like, I'll just make up some numbers. 3 crowd control bucks. But those crowd control bucks I paid with the channel points. It's just to rename Megacycle credits into Megabucks. Megabucks is the name of a lottery system here, so I'd rather not. Oh, no, sorry. So, like, also in the game, also in, Cult of the Lamb, you can do... What else can you do? Give food, you can give money, you can take away hearts, you can give artifacts and stuff like that. Mega dollars. Whenever I address it as a currency, I always call it Megacycle Fun Bucks. But that also makes it sound like a Chuck E. Cheese or some other fun-tivity entertainment suite, which I'm also not mad at. Now we wait for industry to thrive. Yep, 100% power, perfect. Might as well just rename it to Dollar Bill, y'alls. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar Bill, y'all. Bum Thugs in Harmony? Wu-Tang Clan? Gosh, and I can't remember. I think maybe Wu-Tang Clan. Cash rules everything. Yeah, Wu-Tang Clan. Okay. Whew. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar, dollar bill, y'all. Okay. This is paused. This is paused. Where are we using the... Oh, the planks are being used here. Right. Hey, new well-being high score of 11. Hot dang. Yeah, everyone loves a campfire in the middle of a forest. Hi, everyone. If you only stream Timberborn, you can name it Tree Fitty. That's if I remember, that's the pun we'll do for Monday. How much do you like this monster? Oh, you about Tree Fitty. Tree Fitty's definitely the rap name of a Timberborn rap star, yeah. We are out of water. We are straight out of the juice. That going on? All right. 10 is the number I wanted to reach because 10 meant 20% more working speed. Next one is 12. Oh, that's easy. Yeah, okay. But the next one after that is what, 17? Yeah, it's going to be a while. Okay, so now we just wait. We get all of our water back. So before, with the same amount of space, our limit was 900, right? So we have 2 that are going to get built. That's going to be another 600. Yeah, we're going to get some resiliency up in this business. For show. I'm going to pause science for a bit. Pause. We're getting to a point where we need a little more food again. I don't want to have these strong hills or valleys. Keep it consistent. Keep it consistent. Hey, 13! We were aiming for 12? Unconnected building. Oh, yeah. Okay, still building a thing. Okay, there you go. Is it still working off all the bad nonsense? Oh, no. It's just there's 2 things right there. Okay. I was like, there's no way we're still working through all the bad caca-poo-poo-pee-pee water. No way. And there wasn't. We have a vacancy. Kind of trimmed down everything I'm willing to trim down right now. Now, this farm is fairly useless, but I want to keep it online anyway. You can shut off. Where do we have a bunch of log storage? Oh. It looks a lot more full on the numbers than it does. This looks like I only have half the storage filled, and I'm like, where are 2 more storages? I don't get it. Yeah, not the case. Not the case. Where do we get the big... When do we get the big boy pumps? Ah, treated planks. Boo! I don't care. Da, 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 da. Okay, we're gonna get another one done. Awesome. All the planks have been delivered, so now it's just gravy on the planks. Perfect. Okay, we're at 1500, we're at 1700 now. I could probably unleash one more of these buildings. I think we're resilient enough, I can. Maybe? Ooh, another one built. Nice. I'm actually going to go use the restroom real quick. I'll be back in just a minute. Alright. Oof. Back. Get up, use the restroom, wash my hands. Easy stuff. Building unstaffed, beavers injured. You lack materials. Green Danger Noodle with a raid. Hello, friend. Shoutouts all around. How was your run, friend? Oop, did I spell it right? I'm gonna try this too, because I just learned about this. Do it right? Yeah! I did it both ways. Yeah! I'm so smart. Saramara, yeah, absolutely. How was the stream? Tell me everything. Tell me everything. How's it going? Any pics you want to share of your build? Happy to share them here, throw them up. I love seeing other people work. Absolutely love seeing other people work. So if you got something, happy to see it. Go ahead and just watch and wait. Want to maximize how much shenanigans we have. So this feels like we have a lot of water, but we're losing a lot to evaporation, which is a problem. Not going to be super particular about this, but that's good enough. I can lose a couple of decaliters of water or whatever. Okay, that's almost done. Oh my god, we actually have planks. Actually have planks. Okay, 20-day bad tide, probably not the worst thing that can happen. We're actually doing pretty well, I think. The world is gross, and that's a pretty obvious statement. You didn't need me to tell you. No workers of what happened? Oh, some people got to go burger. You can just chill out. I don't need so many farms anymore. I do want at least one farm going all the time, for sure, for real and for certain. The next thing I'd really like is paper. Paper gets us... Not the bees! Where are we at? I want a pretty consistent 12 across the board. 14. Okay, I mean, it's easy to do the math on an average like that when all the numbers are 14. So, Scarecrow requires paper. Injury. Yep, that sucks. Wet fur. We could probably do wet fur pretty easily. Campfire contemplation spot. I think just is 10 logs and that's it. We could probably do shrub. And, ooh. I got the picture. I'm going to share the picture. Oh, this looks so good. Oh, I think my favorite is the windmills on the outside. Hold on. Let's get this. Get this so everyone can see it. Take a gander. So when I said before, Green Danger Noodle has a really swell way to build things and everything looks real crisp and it's like they're a good gamer. I really like it. This is what I'm talking about. I love to share people's builds and works and stuff. And yeah, thank you for sharing this with us. I think the windmills on the outside are my favorite aesthetic out of this. Yep. Mm-hmm. It looks very sharp, doesn't it? Yeah, for real, for real. F-A-R-E-A-F, frill. Real. If we can get this knocked out and processed. I haven't touched this forest in ages. It's been so long. Haven't needed it. We have a regular growing period, just don't need it. That's gonna go ham. Gonna go ham. Go ham. It's gonna go ham. I wonder something. Hold on. No worries. Yeah. Thanks for the raid. Absolutely. Get some lunch in ya. Okay. That answered my question. I've played games where when you build a structure, it eats up physical space in the world. That's not what happens here. You're placing a ghost. It's not real. The hydrate and stretch. I have to stop talking and put more liquids in my face. Sustaining water. Thank you, friend. So, we got 17 days. We got full carrots. I think we're looking pretty good. The next step is we're going to make a mad rush for metal. But right now, I'm trying to take as much time as I can getting more trees. I thought I had you on pause. Dang it. Get more trees collected. Build up our reserves. That whole thing. We aren't needed. That, thank you. More carrots. Carrots are looking stable at 2,000. Yep. Need what again for this guy? We could start building large warehouses and really start deep storing things. So, I'm 10. We have 10 storages. 2, 4, 6, 10. Where's the metal in this map? It is this way. So there's 3 metal sources. There's that one. There's one on the other side. You can see it right there. A bit more of a walk. There's one way back there. Look at this guy all cheery. Oh, we'll get it done, friend. Don't you sweat. We'll do it together. There's some infinite metal. Oh, there's another source right there. There's more infinite metal way far away. But this is where I set it up for the next. So when we have our whatever comes next, just regular water, we're going to go hit up metal as hard as we can. Then we gotta figure out where to process the stuff, because I don't know where I want to do that. I'm gonna dip that. I don't have the scrap ready, but we can start having this conversation. I do, but that's okay. Is alright. If I can start getting metal blocks, we can start talking about zip lines. If we can start talking about zip lines, we could probably just push our residential sector somewhere else and build out like our regular Bavarian style. I hope that didn't just push it down here. It didn't. Hooray. I guess that could get built whenever. It's actually not going to get finished, as stated. Can you get this thing? Okay, you can. Awesome. Hey, the last tank got built. Fantastic. I think that's a far way off. Oh, no, we could. Yeah, that's attainable. We have the research for it. I'm hoping to just get to this. But yeah, we do have the research for it. A lot of slow burn projects in the works, that's for sure. Full on lumber again? I can't believe I'm saying that out loud. Again. ... Again, we're full of lumber. I think... Where do we start building our final, quote-unquote, final storage? I don't want to take up any of this water space. And once we get zip lines, I want to start building it somewhere. Yes. A bit different, yeah. We get agricultural superiority at the cost of industry. And I thought agricultural superiority would be smarter on this map because of the lack of complexity with some of the farming stuff. I'm not saying the farming stuff is, oh, it's too much for me. That's not what I'm saying. It's just, this works. This works for what I want to accomplish. What I might do is stare this off, wall this off, and build it right here? That seems dumb. I'll think about it. I don't know where I want stuff to be yet. But possibilities are certainly a thing. Can we afford? Nope. Nope. Not by a significant margin with not any real sense of the word. Nope. More plank storage, though. I also want more water storage. So we're going to knock all this out. and build 2 more. That'll keep us good for a while. Because also when we have bad tide or drought, I don't want to pump all the water out of here. I want this to stay as full as possible. If possible. And we can get a little more on that. So what if I ooped that? Just literally turned it around. Yep, that gets the whole thing. Awesome. If we can get some traction on that. Yep. Cool. Whole lot more just waiting. Make the gears while we wait. All this stuff going while we wait. Perfect. Wind turbines are definitely going to be coming in handy here. For certain and for sure. No rush. Things are looking good. We're good, if not full, on lumber. The carrots here I could probably wean down to nothing. Guess I just don't mind having it. Mashed taters cooking, more soft food. How's your colony going? Going well, I think. How's your recovery? Hope your recovery's doing well. This is the 1,000 Islands map. I spent pretty much the entire energy I had up until a half hour ago walling this off. And it took some effort. But we got some good stuff going on, I think. Yeah. We're full of lumber. Industry is starting to finally come back to life. Yeah. Now, when you copy, yes, you have all the settings. Yay! Yep, just keep going. Doing good, jawless sore today, but didn't want to overdo it by forcing a break on myself. Yeah. Overdo it, so forcing a break on myself. Got it. Good. Well, I'm glad that you are conscientious about yourself and your physicality. Absolutely. Your health is very, very important. You only get one health. Health. You only get one health. one unit of health. So be careful. I'm glad you're being careful. One health unit. Oh, boy. If modern medicine could be oversimplified into RPG terms. Hey, Doc, I'm just not feeling that great. Can you hit me up with, like, 1, maybe 2 healths? It's really hard to pluralize the word health. Healths. Unless you believe in reincarnation. Then you're given a different health. You're not getting more health. You're getting a different health. Your character sheet is distinctly different. You have a different charisma score. You're getting separate, not additional health. I guess that also depends as to whether or not you believe reincarnation is one of the soul where you keep all your memories and stuff as you go, or if it's a fresh start. But philosophical conversations are very philosophical. Good day, Steffi. Hope you're doing well today. That was it. That was the little song. That's all I had. Oh gosh, you should really see it. We built our own little pentagon. It's more of a lazy 4-side. I wouldn't call it a 5-side. But yeah. Reincarnation's not a respawn button. Well, it depends on your purview. But yeah, my argument is, under normal, what are we going on? Eastern ideology of reincarnation, you don't keep all your memories and stuff. Dark Souls respawning. And there's a little voice that comes on. You died. Start over. So threw up from being so upset. Blech. Are you okay? Spoke with your lawyer friend. Okay, hopefully they got you your account back. That would be nice. Are we full of stuff again? Oh. Yeah, man. I don't have any qualms about little storages sprinkled here and there. I got no feels about it. Build it up, stash it up. We can scrap it down for more resources later. But if this is just a bunch of planks that I need to make later, awesome. It was linked to an ancient Skype account, so I got emails there. Hey, awesome! See? Good. I'm glad you got the ball rolling about the whole conversation. Yeah. No, I'm really happy for you. I can't wait till we can afford big boy storage. This is so dumb. No, it's cool. No, you were emphasizing the same. I get it. No, I'm feeling the energy. It's all right. No one got hurt in the same. Need to apologize. You good. We don't need more lumber. It looks like I'm actively trying to get rid of some of it. How many planks do we have? 158? I'm very, very tempted to build a new thing. Actually, how much can we do for the big storage? I want this. Yep. Thanks. If I get too upset, I can throw up, but it's uncommon. I get that. No, I get that. When I get upset, I just start singing, and then I make everyone else feel upset. Yeah. My singing ability has an AoE. Who would have thought? But I want to share my awkwardness with the world. No, not duplicate. Sorry. Copy. That's the one. That's the guy right there. Oh, man. Cheese and crackers. We're going to get this thing done. And then this can go away. Go away. I should probably put this by the industry, but we're going to be doing a lot of rearranging. I'm not going to be too hurt if it's like, oh, you didn't line up perfectly. Yup. And? Good chat. That's the conversation. I would like the Builders Guild back online. Full of food. We're still so full of food. I spoke to my lawyer friend. I'm feeling a little bit better. Good. Okay. You know, everyone's gonna have to haul all the stuff. This gets removed. This gets removed. The whole purpose for that was to do this. You guessed it. More water. So what's going to ultimately happen, I'm afraid of, is we're going to have like a 50-day drought or something. Oh, Cobalt, they lost their Microsoft account. What's going to happen is we're gonna have a very long drought. And I'm going to be like, man, I really wish I stored more stuff. This is the time we store more stuff, right? Playing a game like this is very common to playing a real-time strategy game with military units and everything. There's an ebb and a flow to battle, right? When an enemy attacks, do you have enough units to counterattack? If you don't, you start building up your economy while your enemy's trying to rebuild their defenses, or whatever military they expended on attacking you. This whole thing. So right now, we're in a good spot. But instead of going crazy on expansion, I really want to emphasize stability. That's kind of the main mandate right here. So get everything stashed. Done. Get that cleaned up. We're adding way more water storage. We were at like 1,000 or something before. We were at 900. So we've well doubled that. So that's perfect. Going full legal is like getting a blood from a stone. Yep. But there's routes he knows that can help my case. And yeah. It would be really great if we lived in a society where everyone understood law and not like I know my rights, which is also fine, but it'd be really cool if it was like I literally know what I'm allowed. I literally understand what I should be given. I literally understand that this is not to anyone else's detriment, but I understand what I'm owed, you know, as being a member of society. It'd be really cool if we lived in that kind of a place, but I think I know where you live, and I think you know where I live, and that's not how this works. Is in the words of Metallica, sad but true. Okay. We're still farming. This is awesome. Feeling myself in a similar situation. Humans just aren't that awesome yet. We'll get there. Part of it seems to be the law being written to exclude Right, exactly. Yep. Yep. Yep, I don't want to get into a huge conversation about it, even though I'm capable of getting into a huge conversation about it. But yeah, so I'm really glad that you pushed getting someone who knows what's going on involved. I'm really glad that happened. I'm sorry that it had to be that way. You know, it's not fun, but I'm glad that you did it. So I know it was comfortable at the time. It's still uncomfortable right now. Like the icky feeling doesn't just go away. But I'm so glad you pushed and you gave it a go. Gears, thank you. Get this last piece. Right? Oh. Hopefully the conversations are amicable, even though the relationship didn't work out. This goes away. That stays there. You're not doing anything. I ain't doing nothing. We don't need that lumber right now. We have some time. Yeah, get over there. Pop on that. That's 2. That's 4. That's 2. I feel like I'm missing a bunch of workers. Ah, yes. Yeah. Say what you will about that John kid, but his research is on point. Yep, sure is. Sure is. So I want to get all of our current projects done. We have 2 builders available. I will want to ramp that up. Get that going on thing. We'll hop chop through all this. This is probably all ready for sap, isn't it? Yeah. Get one more chop out of it, and then we'll leave it alone for sap time. Really not going into detail, but I think he doesn't want to be chained in one place like this one person. Ah, got it. Get on all the harvesting. I wonder if I should stop the farm and get more of this birch harvested. Now, why am I emphasizing to harvest as much of this lumber as possible? 2 reasons. 1, all the housing is just logs. So, our next project is going to be another housing and another farm area. I want to make sure we can build 6 of these right away. The second thing is I'm still trying to madly stockpile planks. I keep calling it lumber and timber and logs and all this stuff is not helpful. But yeah, we're just going to get more and more stockpiled so that when we're ready to build the next thing, we're ready. But this has been a very good bad. Was it 20 days? 20-day bad tide? 20-day bad tide. That can be pot. Rod. I think I'm done with this thing. I think that's not doing me any favors anymore. I think at the time it was a really big help, but it's not working. The water doesn't stick around long enough for it to be there, and I'm not using it. This is fine. We'll get some beehives and stuff. We'll rock it. I think this also needs to go. How many days do you have? 5 days? How much lumber do I have? 500 lumber. That's not a lot of lumber. Like, it is a number greater than 0, fine. Oh, did this already get chopped? Holy crap. That's all planted and everything. Took like 10 minutes for copy and paste a response from Microsoft, yeah. If you can, do it like a judge from maybe British Parliament. See here. I don't know how they sound. Like, it just, that's the first thing that comes to my head. Heavy set dude with a powdered wig. Has come to our attention that there's an account in question has been validated through several means, but we're unable to... Read that back to me. Read that letter back to me, could you? Read that back. Yep, that's how I said it. Fantastic. My brain is broken. I'm not asking for someone to fix it. That's just a statement of being at this point. Oh, boy. This worked out just great. Fortunately, I don't know anyone at Microsoft. Pretty much due to service agreements, they can't or won't change it back and recommend you buy a new one. Wow. That can't be how that story ends. That's a load. Don't reply with those words. Don't reply. Hey, this is a load. The hiring manager said they can and will if provided enough proof. And you think this sort of a thing would be so commonplace they'd just be like... What's the password on the account? Boom. Alright, you do own it. Congratulations. Whoa, that flushed in real fast. Looks like we got a little bit of cock-up poo-poo pee-pee in there, but that's not terrible. Okay, now this happens. We're short some folk. The builders union is... That can get reduced. All fine. That's all fine. This can all be shut down. I don't think there's anything else here to be had. Everything's been cut. Awesome. Food is good. I think we're on the other end of this. Very much so. Now, what I do want to set up for is fine. But what I do want to set up for is... Don't touch that. I need pine tar in order to get to the observatory. That's what I'm aiming for. So we're going to have a little bit of a sugar stash here. We'll get that going on. Let's work for them. In a lot of cases, just tell people to start over. Yep. Oh, gosh. I didn't realize there was still... Oh, that's just going to happen. Do I let this continue and we just have some sick beavers? No. No, we're gonna fix this. We're gonna fix it for real. Go back. Go back. So that's 60, 120, and some change. Cool. Won't be as bad as I thought. 60. Oh, really? Oh, come on with you. Come on. Oh, you can't build on top of that? Come on. There's nothing there. It would be cheaper to block it off further up. I'd have to block this off and feed it this way, but it's just gonna come down a different path anyhow. This guarantees I can do work all the time. I think this is a better route. But yeah, blocking it off in a different angle wouldn't be bad. Cut it here, but then I've also got this anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I think this will just be easier. Expensive, sure, but this is the exact reason why I stocked up on all that material. And then, while we're here, get a nice little sugar stash out of it. Yoink. Not the worst thing that happened. I'm sure the beavers I sent through the muck aren't happy, but... Cool. Still working. That's still working. Now to fill all the water reserves that I created. Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely a later problem, but yes, it is going to take a bit of work. Just want to make sure that was lowered. We're good on gears for now. Hey, a Dragon Green raid. You guys are just really pulling the work here. Dragon Green. Thank you very much for that. Really appreciate it. I need to raid some of you folks back. I feel so bad about it, just I keep getting raided. I mean, I do appreciate it, though. I really do, so thank you for that. Yeah, shout-outs all around. Hit you up with both of those. There you go. Dragon Green has also been playing Timberborn. I love watching other folks play. It's just great to see other perspectives on what other folks find important as they're playing, right? Are you focusing on food or industry or like what's super important? So it's really cool to see. Also, if you have a picture of anything you're working on, Dragon Green, feel free, paste the link in chat. Yeah, share whatever you've been working on, whatever you're proud of, and all the stuff. All the stuff. Welcome Shadow Green. Welcome Tommaso. Yampa? I think I messed that up. I'm sorry. I'm a big old dummy. Not yet, but soon. No worries. Yeah. If ever you do have a picture or something that you want to share, and it's like, yeah, I built this. I like this a lot. Yeah, happy to share it. I do want more housing. That's still doing that. Food and water problem, but I'm working on it. Oh, I get that 100%. I get that 100%. Oh, yeah. This and this and this. Is that too much? Too much. Yeah. Now it's one too much. Make up your mind, man. Have everyone enlisted to work. Well, you ain't got enough workers. Unlist a building. Hey, you got extra workers. We said I was already short. Right. I'm not gonna fight you over that. Forget that noise. Okay, large pile right there. You get raw metal. You can get some of this going on. Yes. Oh, I'm so excited. So, zip lines. Yep. We can afford it. One of those. Those. I don't think I care about that too much. Spiral staircase is going to be a while. Contaminated beaver, no! Where'd it go? Oh. He's not going to have a good Tuesday. That's how it should be listed in the listing of all the beavers. Hungry, thirsty, happy, sleepy, homeless, grouchy, grumpy, and whatever the other remaining 7 dwarves were called in Snow White. And then also, instead of saying contaminated or poisoned or unwell, it just says, not a good Tuesday. Look it. Hey, not a good Tuesday. Alright. That gets paused because we're harvesting somewhere else. We still need more water. Yep. Stashy. Well, it'd be what, 2,000 about? Yeah, we got a little ways to go there. I do want more housing. I think we're ready for more housing. There's just... You guys just leaving boxes of carrots in places? Man, when it is quitting time, it is quitting time. The big whistle, or whatever. I don't know what it sounds like for beavers. Maybe a bell or a chime. Ding dong. Up. Done with work. Holds box of carrots. Drops box of carrots. Ah, man. Bell rings. I'm out of here. You want me to work later? You pay me for after bell time hours. But this is after bell time hours. I'm done. Later, potato. This is a big old later potato. Can I get that done? Just stockpile as much lumber as we possibly can. That'd be awesome. Let's clean this up a little bit, shall we? Yep, that one. Cool, okay. If that got the walkway as well, I was going to be really sad about that. Oh boy. Oh, I forgot to do any sense of an introduction. I'm sorry. Hello, everyone. My name's JohnMegacycle. I'm playing Timberborn. This is my second or third week. Second week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This is my second week of playing Timberborn. Really having a good time with it. We're playing on hard mode. We're playing as the Folktales on a map called 1,000 Islands. This was an interesting one. Many beavers have passed, yes. But of course, thanks to the methodology of the Folktales, instead of saying they've passed, I'd prefer we use proper language like they've ascended. They have exceeded expectations. We should fill it out like it's a corporate form, right? That's probably how the Iron Teeth, the Iron Teeth work. They filled it like a corporate form. Ah, yes, exceeded expectations. Jonestown, yeah. It's in the 20-day drought, so off with all of that. I forgot to shut the gate. Well, talk about closing the barn door before the farm animals get out, or however that works. They exceeded expiration and expectation. There you go. Terrible. Terrible. So, how long is this drought gonna work? None of this lumber will last. This doesn't work for us anymore. So this could just keep going. This goes away, these go away. None of that works anymore. This stuff does not last long enough for it to be a consideration. So, boop. And boop. Just get it all out. I can use it for industry or something. But if I'm going to get 4 days of regular and 20 days of drought, the 20 days of drought is just going to annihilate everything else, so it's not worth it. Okay, next. Can afford. Will afford. Now, we're going to do a whole bunch of rearranging over here. But I think I want this to just be really, really close. Carrots. You? That built? Oh, let's priority that up. And I'm going to do 2 more biggins, as you could probably have guessed. And then that's going to be enough water for now. Go. And this can be remove. Okay. Actually, I can't think of anything else I'm going to put in that space anyway, so don't worry about it. That's going to be another 600 water. Yep. Then I'll be happy with all that. Okay, how are we doing on this? You ain't got nothing to do. Perfect. Okay. Oh man, I am so looking forward to zip lines. Oh, easy potatoes. Yeah, easy potatoes. Yeah, that's how we're gonna do our island hopping. Perfect. This is all just dead. Dies in a bunch of days. Okay. That goes away. Okay. Yep, shut off the industry, turn on the research. How's this coming along? Slowly. Oh, I know why. Ha, I forgot to set any sense of priority. B. I don't know what a BBB message is, but it sounds funny to say. Sorry. Lordy Lou. We got an ad break in about a minute here, folks. I'm gonna physically get out of my chair. You know what? As a treat, I'm gonna get out of my chair. Accent like bubble wrap. Oh, Better Business Bureau? Is that BBB? Better Business Bureau? I don't know if they have a Better Business... I know there's a Better Business Bureau here. I didn't know if there's in there. I'm just staring at my PC gaming screen for an hour before I eventually swap to my phone in my bed again. Aww. Take deep breaths. You don't need all the answers right now, but take deep breaths. Is this all ready? Oh, snap diddles. Yeah, get on that. No, but they still help. Brain is numbed. I don't know. I get it. I get it. Yep, it's a waiting game. You're right. You are correct. Okay, so how far are we over here? We actually ran out of planks. Not a big surprise. That was a lot of material. This can go away. Moving the stumps helps with map loading. I believe HatDatSat was the one who brought that up to me, and I gave it a try. And I'm like, they're just stumps. How does that even matter? Like, it's an inconsequential amount of memory. And they were like, just go ahead and remove it. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'll give it a try. Saw marketable improvement. I'm like, oh, wow, that is something. Better Beaver Bureau. I don't know how to spell the last word. I also don't know how to spell the last word. Beaureu? Bureau? And not to be confused with a chest of drawers. That's a different kind of bureau. I don't know how Twitch allows that lovely ad. I don't know if you can hear me, so what? Oh, I don't know if I want to know what it was. You can, okay. That is a skrank in German. Oh, I get it. Male underwear? I don't get a lot of options when it comes to ads on Twitch. On YouTube, I get to choose what ads because I'm a partner or affiliate or whatever it is. And I say, no gambling, no alcohol, no weapons, no politics, no religion. And they only give you so many ticks, like you can do so many things you can choose. And they're all weighted. So if you say, I don't want any politics on my thing, it's like worth 7 points. Or whatever, because it's a big ticket item, and they say on YouTube, they're like, hey, you might make less money if you don't allow political ads. I'm like, cool, not really why I'm here. So fine don't care. But yeah, that's how the conversation works there. So I do have on there, I think it's literally no weapons, no gambling, no drugs, like alcohol or vape, no political, no religion. I think it's like as far as I could go. And I'm like, I don't care if you show RC cars for children or whatever. Like, I don't care. The ad space is going to get filled. I just don't want someone to be like, hey, we're having a nice gaming time. And then it's like, do you know where your children are or whatever? It's like, ugh. Just trying to have a chill gaming time. I don't doubt it. What kind of ads do you get otherwise? Drunk politicians taking drugs and shooting at each other? I don't know how it works, ultimately. For YouTube, also, I have to confirm that stuff is not in the videos. Which is wonderful, because every once in a while I get a verification notice, which is, we need to confirm there's no AI in your videos, because you say there's no AI in your videos. I'm like, check literally the last 14 years, man. 13 years of videos. There's not AI in any of it. I'm not kid who's putting AI stuff on the interwebs to try to just get a quick clout hit. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Paid for COVID here with tax and gambling, winding the gambling rules. Also, technically, ads for mobile games, sports games are gambling. Yeah, that's true. If I entirely AI, Made gaming it was terrible. If you want to disassociate, oh darling, you can just disassociate on an AI thing all day, all night. But I don't use AI. I don't do any of that stuff. Anyhow, get to this conversation. No idea. Yeah, no one's gonna check 15 years for the yeah, exactly. I guess if we're gonna talk about this, my stance on AI is as long as AI is not used to diminish the human interaction and human experience, maybe it's fine. I don't think AI should be in art. I don't think AI should be in music. I don't think AI should be in the things that are normally humanistic endeavors. That drives me kind of bananas. Ads for AI relationships? Okay, now I super don't know. I don't want to know what that is. I can guess. I don't want to know, though. Alright. Anyway. I don't have anything else to say. Just, If it could be, yeah, I could honestly see if somebody was using it for, let's say, lawyering or whatever, and it's like you need to search thousands upon millions of documents over decades of a single subject matter to find precedents. I could see something like that maybe being helpful. I could see that being like a use case. But I really don't get how anyone looks at AI and it's like, this could be used in lieu of me trying to find a relationship partner. And it's like, I don't want to get... let's see. Creepy AI chatbots pretend to be on... Yeah. I think AI shouldn't be in the human realm of interacting with humans by enabling new experience. It all should do with accelerating. Yeah. Yeah, I don't... And I know, like, my stance on it is controversial to some, maybe, or whatever, but it's like, when it comes down to it, I think humanistic experiences should be left to the humans. And this all should have just been handled by regulation in the beginning part of the whole thing, but that was a buck that was passed, so... No one on any governmental aisle picked it up and was like, we should regulate this right now before this gets out of hand. Now that it's plenty out of hand... Well, hey, let's talk about AI. No, you should have done this like 6 years ago. But yeah, I like the human experience for being human. I could see AI also being very helpful in medical stuff where it's like, we had these 3 symptoms before. The outcome of these other 3 drugs, these were the reactions. What has ever come across this again before? That might be like indexing and database searching, maybe. But yeah, agreed. I think we're all on the same page about all this. Yeah, Microsoft is circling the drain for real and for certain. There's not a saving grace about it anymore. Over the last, like, what, 5 months? Much of their code they've touted has been written by AI, and there was a enterprise issue where you couldn't reboot the systems. And it's like, dude, you got to reboot to accept all the updates. And some of these are day 0 errors. Like, you have to fix this. You have to fix this. You have to reboot the server so it can accept the patches. You have to fix this. And it's like, well, you can't reboot your PC. You know. Oh, sorry. I have opinions and I can rant quite a bit. I think I know what's going on, but when it comes down to it, yeah, I want to keep it all kind of above tote, but yeah. By the way, here's a small min-maxing tip. If you remove those platform pathways or replace many of those platforms you can with 2 overhangs, get a handful more tiles to plant trees on underneath. I don't have metal yet, but that is good advice. Thank you. I'm sans dealy dealy. Waiting for the water to return. Oh, this got filled up. So now what we would do is we would remove this stuff over here, have 1 bigum storage, and we would say, fill this all the time. And that's how we'd start recombobulating all this. Yeah, I can't even look up information, does not understand, does not reason. For sure. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you would train the AI to search for information and at least bring it up for a physical researcher to determine cause. So yeah, AI shouldn't be determining stuff that a human should absolutely look at and absolutely figure out. So I'm with you. I don't know how I want to design this, but I want all this to not be crowded in, and I want more industry. So I paused the game for a second because I want to do some freewheeling building. We can get some work done here. Oh, this isn't terrible. For something quick on the dirty, it's not terrible. Something quick on the dirty. Yeah, it's my standby. I don't hate it, right? Actually, I do have that. And we're out of planks. Don't hate it? Man, it's rough that these are raised slightly. It's not a massive inconvenience. It's just, it's a little more planks than I want to spend right now. We're good right now. Yep. We're fine. 24 little man. I'm not on board with that one. You can get GPT-03 to look for sources. Oh, I didn't know that. I don't use AI at all, so I had no idea. But still, good to know. I appreciate the fact check there. If this could get built, we need planks. Oh, I read that too fast, and I really wish you said you were AI frying a company. Oh, I got excited for all the wrong reasons. Which, let's be clear, that's pretty much why I'm always excited. Pretty much the wrong reasons. Okay, so we have a lot of lumber. I'm very happy with our amount of lumber. We're good. We're good on the lumber front. This is ready to go. Is all this ready to be juiced? Tapped. That's the right word. You don't juice a tree. One of the AI scientists for the states, they're not allowed to leave the country without clearance. AI models are frequently expensive. To get rid of the employees, of course. Yar. I would like to think that we'll one day live in a world where the emphasis is in humanities and not profits, but okay. I would download a car. I would download a car in a moment. Because the conversation isn't theft. The conversation is you're not stealing it from somebody. Stealing is something else. I would absolutely download a car. And I would ask for everyone to download a car. Because then that means more people have a way to get to a job and medical care and food. It would be socially beneficial for everyone to go download a car right now. If we could download a car. Known to the person who's charged of making sure the power system can handle the pull of new data centers. Have you seen the YouTube video about a guy downloading a car? I haven't seen it. The one I'm thinking of is like from 2001. You wouldn't download a car. You wouldn't. Yeah. Yes, I would download functional mass transit. Yes, that is the correct answer. 100%. That's the correct answer. Yep. That is it. You wouldn't download Universal Basic Income, would you? Yeah. Yep. Without thinking about it. Yes, I would. You wouldn't you wouldn't download healthcare for those that can't afford it, would you? Yes, I would. Give me the forms. Where's the button? How does this work? Push the button, Universal Healthcare for all, or you get $10 million. Universal, the first one. Do the thing. Push into production. I'm downloading free sewing patterns, but they are offered for free. Then also download a car. There should be a little checkbox right next to the download button. ... and a car. And a vroom vroom. No, I live in a city right now where mass transit is indeed nice, but cars are also nice. If it's electric, the important downsides are gone anyway. Or download a sewing machine. Do it! If it means more people can be makers, download it. Would you download music from Napster? I don't see why I wouldn't. I would vet it. I would vet the thing before I ran the LinkinPark.exe though. Electric cars still pollute more than mass transit and take vastly more space. I think it's the same conversation about everything is like, we have to have a serious conversation about infrastructure. We have to be on the same page that that's the way we want to go forward, instead of, at least where I live, two discerning parties that just like, well, we're going to put a bunch of legislation in place to allow this to happen. And then 4 years later, it's, oh, we're going to take all that crap out. It's just like, we're not getting anywhere. We're getting less than nowhere. We're getting terribly nowhere. And we had 5 over there. I do want more. And not fit. Oh, no, it's hanging off. I do want more water generation. Doesn't have to be massive, but I do want to make sure that we have enough stuff going forward, because it kind of feels like maybe we don't. It's going to be a while till we get the big boys anyway. That. Thanks. Thanks. Beavers have it easy with not just zip lines, but also probably weighing under 12 pounds. Or whatever. I don't know how big a beaver gets. That's a big help. You don't have beavers that weigh 250 pounds, can you? We ran out of water. Uh-oh. This will die, and that is fine. This is why I want to stash up so much stuff. So much stuff. Actually, can this get reversed? I can put another tanker that way. Yep, like that, thanks. Basically went for people at Stone Mountain. I'm not familiar with that one. If beavers had access to cheap and healthy fast food burgers, they would weigh 200 pounds. Well, the thing is, they work it off, though. Right? I'm not saying fast food is healthy, but the thing is, like, these creatures are working 16 hours a day. They might just straight up need the calories, though. Just to be clear, while that is not stealing from an individual, it is still stealing. And while I'm the last person to shed a tear for Big Corpo, catching L's, won't cry if this admission gets you in trouble. As stealing is stealing. That's a fair take, yeah. Oh, for the Stone Mountain above ground cable car? That's cool. Okay, now we need some workers. Yeah, and I don't pirate. We're all just sharing our opinions and takes on things, yeah? No worries, ain't no one in trouble here. That all up and on. It's good to have somewhat disjointed theoretical conversations about things, because you'll always grab a different perspective on a different side of the coin, right? I haven't pirated since I got Steam and GOG. Yeah, the convenience of GOG and Steam make it really great, and constantly supported, and everything, yeah. For real, for real, for real. We're gonna let that stay open. About a dozen people, that's pretty cool. Oh, the car? Yeah. Get a work call and come back to the sounds of a good conversation. Yeah, I think it was fair. Yeah. Okay, so as long as all the water is full, we had about a tank and a half, if not more, available ready. I still do want another storage, and then I think that's going to be it for a while. But I think we're at a point where I want to be just a little more sure. Ain't that AI still pretty much the entire internet now expects people to pay for it? Yeah. But the counter, the way we can counter that is start self-hosting, right? That's not like a counter, but like, there's a lot of good self-hosting things that can be done that can help out. It's some laws that must be readjusted. I agree with that. Okay. Industry's back on? Nope. I do want more gears. And I am short some peeps. I do want water to run for a little bit. Shut that off for a spell. Most pirates stopped when they made Netflix and much cheaper than the hassle and risk of pirating. They forget that. Well, the thing also is Netflix has made piracy that much easier because it's all bundled up with everything. The standardization and streaming of things that are immediately available, because that's how Netflix also does their release schedule. So Netflix releases everything, or used to, I don't know if it still does, but it released everything at once. Especially for their in-house stuff. If you liked... The Great Pretender was a Netflix anime. When it was scheduled, just boom, in one day, here's the whole season. Right? So that makes that really easy. Also, there's nothing stopping folks from just ripping the screen, which is common. But yeah, for me, honestly, I don't have the mental energy to get to do or get into. But, you know, there's a lot to be said about a lot of it. Be missing. Planks? Ah, bruh? Weird. I've noticed the conversation around pirating movies and TV shows has picked up again in recent years. There was a sharp drop when Netflix first launched. Proliferation of these other platforms. Specific titles never stay in one place indefinitely. Yeah. Look at Friends, for example. Yeah. Didn't Friends switch hands like 5 times? Maybe not Seinfeld, maybe? I'm thinking of something. Like, yes, one of these things is just flipped and flipped and flipped and flipped and flipped, and it's like, man. Also, Netflix can just go, lol, F this series. Yep, it just disappears, exactly. Yep. I've been a huge, huge advocate of physical media. I want to own a thing. I don't want to rent a thing. I want to own a thing. I'll pay a little extra, and then I own it. I'm going to go watch Dune 1984 again maybe tonight. I wanted to rewatch it because I've also have not seen the newer movies. Or the newest movie. And I want to be able to watch it anytime I want. Yeah. We're just grabbing as much water as we can. That's the crux of this phase. Can this get built, please? I can still keep pumping when there's a drought. That's no problem. The thing I want to make sure is, though, is I'm not drinking all the water, and then it's like, well, now the crops died. Well, shoot. Mine Chief, welcome. It's going well, thank you. How about yourself? Let's do a shout out to Mine Chief. Chief. Boop. They also play Timberborn. A lot of great streamers right now playing Timberborn. A lot of cool new folks playing Timberborn. Never played it before, never heard of it before. And some veterans all getting ready for 1.x full release. Awesome. Really excited about that. Yeah, welcome, Mine Chief. Nice to have you. They did it to my son's favorite program is watching, and then poof, gone. Yep. Acquire before it expire. That's maybe my new mantra. Acquire before it expire. One of my favorite artist sells albums. It is tempting, especially since the money this month goes to help people. That's awesome. And let's keep a gander on this dander. Oh, this looks so gross. Hey, who put spaghetti sauce in my river? Hey, get out of here. Echoes up. Shields up. Thanks, just chilling. Glad to have caught your stream. Hey, that's awesome. I do really appreciate it. Thanks for popping in and saying hello. Through a follow, like to find more TB content. Yes. And like one of the things like I emphasize whenever I try to do a raid is I like to raid folks that are like around my viewership or whatever, or like just starting out. And it's even great. Like we find people that are just starting out with Timberborn, and it's either like I've played other survival games and I know what I'm doing, or this is my first survival game and I have no idea what I'm doing, or whatever. It's always super great. No one has to perform at a high level. Video games are fun distractions, right? As long as you are personally having a good time. If someone else gives you beef about it, you send them my way. I'll give them beef. Rolls up sleeves, eats can of spinach. I believe I am already following you as well. Mind Chief, are you going live at all today? If you are going live within the next few hours, I'll at least give you a shout out so folks can follow and check you out and everything. I have vinyls, but I don't have a vinyl player speaker. They prefer MP3s over stream music because the sound is warmer. Just JK. Hey, get it however you can. I'm partially tone deaf or whatever, so like I cannot tell the difference between an MP3 and a FLAC. So, Not today, probably Sunday will be the next stream, but thanks so much. Hey, no worries. No problem. Okay, so we have a bunch of dudes not doing. We're still waiting on more plank production. I still want to gut and move everything. I'm also low-key waiting for zip lines. How did you get contaminated now? No, seriously. Wait. What? How? Was it that inviting? Was the water talking to you like the sirens of old Grecian times? It's just like, oh, the water's looking pretty good. Oh. Into CDs of protest music, it's wild how much songs from this. Yes. Oh, 100%. Yeah, very much. You can tell if the sound quality is very different, but if not, there's a tiny difference, yeah. The themes don't change, right? Fascism can go jump. Theme doesn't change. Nope, I still don't have planks. I want to get metal before I start talking about housing, because I'm going to put the zip line directly into the housing block. So, zip line here, to here, to here. Right? A little bit of a triangle thing. And then push this down as we go, expand, you know. I've got a big old, what is it, 200 CD case or whatever from Still? Yeah. Oh, man. We're about 70% of the way there. Really just need some Metal Man. Not to be confused with the Mega Man villain Metal Man. Which I've really got to play some more Mega Man. That's something that's really kept my finger reaction time and wrists real tough. I released a Mega Man X8 16-bit demake speedrun. That was a lot of fun. Oh, that was a lot of fun, but holy cow, when I first played it, I was almost crying with how much of a pain that was. I still remember the time being cool meant your car had a dashboard mounted CD changer. Yup. The trunk yeah, the trunk mounted CD changer. And then when you can burn CDs and realize you could have way more audio if you burn it as data and not as like an audio thing. Yeah, that was a huge game changer. 700 megabytes versus what, 80 minutes or something? Yeah. Game changer. And then your whole CD collection isn't one track from a bunch of CDs. It's one CD with all the tracks on it. Of course. It goes without saying, CDs that you've already owned. Of course. A few artists I follow make protest music today. I'll have to check those out. Yeah, thank you for those. Yeah, it more of a tome at that point. Like in some tabletop RPG or whatever, when someone is classifying how their warlock or wizard or whatever looks like. It's not like a small black book of spells. No, 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 no. You have to sit down and put this thing in your lap in order to use it at all. It is what we call the thickness. It is a large tome. Alright, what are we doing? Not harvesting stuff, that's what we're doing. I have a soft case, I guess CD wallet? Maybe holds like 20 CDs. I still have that in my car. Yeah. Still have a CD stand I was given when I was finished high school, still full of metal and goth CDs. Nice. I have something that holds like 20 CDs. It's almost an arm reach. Mine's in the center. Not the center console. I would say the console's in front, but like the middle armrest in between the driver and the passenger, that lifts up, and I have it in there. Yep. Still do it. Also, I do not want my car to have more computer in it. I want my car to have as little computer in it as possible. I've heard of cars that just shut off in the middle of the highway when taking an update or something. I thought that was a joke. It apparently is not. So whenever my car dies, eventually it will, I'm literally going to be like, do you have like a 2014 in there? I'll take a 2014, 2015. I don't need more car. I need a car that just works. I need a car that is a car. I have a CD player and a DVD player, each can hold 300 discs. Holy crap. Can I have a car that's just my car, gal, to work on at home? Yeah, yep. I miss knobs. I have a 2010. When I got my first real paycheck, I bought an actual car that wasn't just used by like 6 people. And yeah, it has knobs, it has dials, it has everything. Like all the stuff I want. I want a computer in my car, but not one that sends out everything I do to yeah. I'm fine with a manual car. I'm cool with it. I don't need anything super fancy. I need a car that behaves like a car and a computer that behaves like a computer. If I want to merge these two things like a transformer, I'll do it. Don't worry. I'll add it, and then I'm the one at risk if something goes gabberberderber. But until then, touch my stuff. Touch my stuff. Aaron said a V50. Does all the old good stuff. Be nice if I could connect to my phone Bluetooth to play the music. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, something like that, but that's even something you can just buy a dongle for, plug it into the cigarette lighter, and then link it. And then the radio is set, that thing is set to a frequency or whatever, then the radio is set to a frequency. So you can get like 90% of what you want yourself, right? It drives me nuts when something's embedded in the car, and it's like, hey, you've got to go ahead and use the Bluetooth that's built in. It's like, all right. How do I do that? And it's like, oh, you got to pay a $5.99 subscription fee to use something that's in my car I paid for? Where is the butt on you? Because I want to kick it. Show unto me your posterior, for I wish to lodge my foot inside of it. Garbage. I drive a Mark IV Volkswagen Golf. One time I had to take it to the shop. They gave me a Mark VI Golf as a loaner. I could never figure out the electric parking brake in that one. Give me a cable-driven lever. Yeah. Yep. But I can't drive anymore. The radio permanently on a crappy station which plays rock classics. Each their own. To each their own. Electric parking. I like that. Electric parking brake turns me into a Luddite. I like that. I'm going to steal that one if you don't mind. ... This just straight up turns me into a hater of all things tech. Oh, I see. Funny, I think we beat hard mode because there's no hard left in this mode. I don't know what else to do here other than just wait for metal. Then it's zip lines, baby. Zip lines, Berber. That's dead. I think I might want to move here for just straight up working area. But I would like something a little more central. Let's wait. Not in a rush. You did yesterday, Boyle, and I also said, let me know how it works, because I could never get mascara to work. Actually stuck on talk radio for a bit a few weeks ago. Depending on what they were talking about, it could be helpful and informative, or it could be... could be worse. About 3 weeks before it arrives? Sweet. Ah, are they pressing it? Are they making it like right now? That better be some fresh pressed mascara, or however you make mascara. I do not know. Okay, Kender, got it. Like your setup for the bad tides, isolated. Yeah, Mind Chief, this worked out with this map specifically. I'm so sorry, I've been panning around a lot. So this worked out like this just because, but you start on this island here for it. So it was a lot of crying and effort because I needed to secure a lot of land, and to secure that land I needed a lot of just lumber. So it was a lot. Like, we planted a forest over here, but yeah, it worked out. It worked out all right, but it was a mad scramble to get working the way I wanted it to. But thank you for that. Man. Yeah, what time we got? Let's... I think I'm good for another hour and a half. And then I'm gonna call it. This headache is still lingering. And it's not so bad that it hurts, but it's draining all of my energy. So I'm gonna keep it a little more on the short side. That's gonna still, if I said an hour and a half, that puts us at the 7-hour mark, which I'm pretty happy with. But yeah, that's... Wow. Yes, Cobalt. I'm happy to hear your inquiry / idea. Beef are still contaminated? Or is the contamination being passed back and forth? Oh, this isn't caca. This is just, dry. I have a route where I can direct bad water away from my colony. The issue is I need to figure out how to keep enough water for the duration of the bad tides. Yep. Fair enough. If you have it just pools of water like this, the problem is this evaporates. So you're, even if you don't touch it, you're losing. You're losing a bit of the liquid. Storage like this holds a lot more per space. Or what have you. That's how that would work. So what I do is I just stash as much of it as I possibly can. If you absolutely need to redirect it, you could always use something like this, a fluid dump. And that allows you to dribble the water back into a system like this. Now, granted, doing it with this big is really not ideal. But if you can, if you get to dynamite or whatever, if you can get like some small area, I'll just pause it. Just do something like this, and then fill this with water, and then you can keep more crops fed and all. Yeah, lots of neat little ideas you can try out. But yeah, I'd love to see how, when you get to solving it yourself, I'd love to see how you do it. You don't transfer contamination. Oh, good. That's where my finger's trying to light this scented candle. I get that. The water comes off the mountain. You can have a 3-high water storage that will last a long time until it evaporates for droughts. If you slowly flood your base, you can keep your base quite green for a long time without digging channels. Yep, that's fair. And the thing is, every map is different. This is our 4th map, and the solution that we found has been different for every single one. So there's not really like a good, like, oh, you got to do this or you'll lose. It's not that at all. And also, every player is different, too. So you're probably going to get to a point where you're like, that John guy's a dummy. I don't know what he was on about. Totally cool. No offense taken. I totally get it. Hey, between you and me, that John guy's kind of an idiot. So don't worry about it. But yeah, you'll find a thing, you'll find a solution that really works for you. And that'll be your go-to. And then you'll play a different map, and you'll be like, oh, that didn't work. You'll find a different thing, and it'll just, yeah, on and on and on. Okay, I'm happy with that. Zoom. Yeah. Oh, I agree, Kender. And that's also exactly what, like, when folks pop up, like, join in, they're like, hey, I also play Timberborn. You do? Awesome. Show me pictures. Like, I'm always asking, like, show me pictures. Show me your build. Show, like, what are you proud of? What looked good for you? What works for you? Let me know. Let me know. I want to know. I want to see what you got. You don't like this one? Oh, why not? Oh, it didn't work out the way you expected it to? Hey, mate, that is fine. Don't worry about it. You're going to lose more times than you're going to win. And you're going to learn, and you're going to enjoy it, and that's the fun of that. So no worries. But yeah, anytime someone pops up, and they're like, hey, I'm new to the thing, and I think I did my build wrong. It's like, you didn't do it wrong. It just didn't work for this map. But you might have actually stumbled on something really, really cool. I've lost more of my files than I still have. Oh no. I still want to be able to get good enough to try one of your maps, though, Kender. I really, really do. That's kind of my goal for, I don't know, maybe before I switch to a different game. Kind of the vibe. Okay, so we have stuff. Do we have metal now? We don't. Why not? I paused it! Dang it! I'm the one that defeats me. There's not going to be some audacious superhero that just kicks into my storyline and is like, I'm going to stop you, evil man. It's like, okay, a couple things. First of all, no. That's going to be the end of that conversation. But, like, what makes you think I haven't already defeated myself? Oh, you're speechless? Oh, great chat. Move on. Oh, you can handle some of them. Oh, thank you. Don't think you were ready for Calm River or Jinkies, but you could do spelunking. Okay, well, that's fair. Thank you for that. I take that as a high compliment. Don't need Acapulco Gold to some badass woo. Might be able to handle Toxic Serpentine. Serpentine? I always pronounce it Serpentine, but that word came up recently with a different friend group I have, and it was Serpentine, and I'm like Ovaltine? Like the chocolatey beverage? Ovaltine? Serpentine, not Serpentine. Come on, give me the metal. I don't care. Give me the metal. Give me the sweet metal. This is why I built this path, so we can keep working through the bad tide. Which was funny because, like, someone said Serpentine, and I said, like, Ovaltine, and they're like, oh, is that another old man phrase? I'm like, kind of. The same way, like, Hydrox cookies were before Oreos. And they're like, what the hell's a Hydrox? I'm like, we can't have these conversations anymore. I realize this isn't getting us anywhere. Oh, most definitely for sure. Give me that metal. Oh, the river is so blarg. Okay, can we get some metal, please, before badness happens? What else are we building right now? Nothing? Not building anything. Food is not quite top of the charts. Yep, just go ham. I also say it wrong, but English is not my native language. Saying it fine. Yeah. It's no problem. Language is a fun, diverse, ever-evolving tool. It's never a problem. I'm certainly not gonna be a perfectionist and be like, that's pronounced incorrectly, and they'll be like, your accent's weird. I'm like, alright. Okay, you got me. I got no defense on, John, your accent is weird. Sold. I don't know what I'm supposed to do there. You got me. But, like, also don't worry about it. What is a SAM? Is that an abbreviation for sandwich? A SAM? Need a sandwich. Stay-at-home mom. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that. Yep. Alright, thank you for enlightening me. I would not have gotten that. Much appreciated. tried to help a British person pronounce blahage. Did you tell them that it's not that's not an English word? You also have to put the umlaut above the A or whatever. It's not an umlaut. I don't know what it's called. It's on! We don't have any workers! No! Get on that! I also say it wrong? How do you say it? Through text. Tell me how you say it through Send in the beaver assassins. What are they gonna do? Paddle me to death? No, what? Oh, we had a die-off thing. Okay, I paused all that. I don't need more planks or gears right now, thank you. We're good now? We're happy now? I know you can't type phonetics. Aha, that was the thing! I win because you can't type phonetics. No one can. That's the mystery of the prize. No one actually can. Phonetics aren't real. Haha. All right. Baja. But there's an L in there. I thought it was blahage. No? Could be a thing. No, I can't read phonetics. But that's the same thing I say about when anyone asks me, John, do you speak German? I do. I speak German. Not well at all, and I'm going to offend everybody. But yeah, anyone can speak German. I said blahage. Dude, help the deaf guy through Spanish. I can type phonetic. You can. I wasn't confident Poyle could. That's why I was. That's why I was doubling down on that. Isn't it just so cute? Aww, it's adorable. All right. Sorry if this stage of the game has been relatively boring. I've just been really concentrating on stabilization. And we have metal blocks! Cue the Final Fantasy victory music! Bow, 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 bow. Okay, now we work on some housing. I think I kind of don't hate this idea, but I don't know how to stack it up further. Let's go with our bog standard. What I might put here is food, and say always keep this food full. I didn't say could speak German well. I said could speak German. I can also speak French. I'm going to again offend everyone involved. Non-intentionally, but can speak French. See if we can make this not look terrible. Not as well as I would have liked. I think I need one space gap. I can't really afford the staircases yet. Yeah. We never got the pine tar stuff. I like to put them in the river. Are you serious? As long as the door is above the water, it's fine? You're serious. My evildoer alarm is screaming off the chain. Don't dig into that analogy too much. I certainly didn't. This seems like a conversation that's gonna get me in trouble. Like, I'm gonna do it, and you're gonna be like, ha ha. Nelson Muntz, and be like, but it's caca-poo-poo pee-pee water. Nobody wants that. There's no zombie beavers, but I'm assuming that's what happens. Completely serious? I might. This gypsum board, this drywall here, does not look like it's gonna. I'm not that sort. Not that kind of guy. I'll be playfully angry is what I'll be. You hornswoggled me again. Jeepers creepers, you got me again. Oh, this isn't gonna work either, is it? Harp? Sure isn't. Oh, I think I might see something. Nope. Well, yeah, okay. I guess that works for me. Sure. And then... Yeah, I was thinking of putting the storage on the bottom. But I think I want to do it a little differently this time. But yes, I agree with you on that point. Nope. Yep. This is still a stupid amount of planks, but we do have a stupid amount of planks. And shut up! And then... Alright, this happy chap. Like that. Start with one. I could always do more later. Yep, about it. Yep, don't worry about it. You can always do more later. Nico, my boy. Yeah. Soon. Soon the dinner, my son. Sooner. And then... Dang it, sorry. Now it's just gonna happen. And now you have to deal with it. Weeping and crying and gnashing of teeth and all that. 1, 2, 4, 5 medical beds. What are the roofs? Oh. I never use the roofs because I fill the roofs with other dumb crap. But roof is an aesthetic, isn't it? It's an actual aesthetic. Roof. Dude, you're not going up there. What do you need a roof for? I don't come home after a night and be like, man, wasn't sure if I was gonna make it home, but that roof points at roof. That roof points at roof. That's what got me home. Not my cats, not my rampant delusions of grandeur. Roof. Man, I don't like that. Can you just place this anywhere? Oh! Oh, you can roof the floor. You can just roof the ground. Okay. Here. Enjoy roof. Courtesy of JohnMegacycle's roofing roof. Can I put another roof on top of this? It's like a hat on a hat? No, come on. What is this? Okay, that's enough roof aesthetics. Oh, I see. Not impressed. What I am impressed, though, is... this beaver enjoys this roof. Sure. If I didn't have a roof? Well, I already hate my skyline. You can put a tiny one on a platform to make an entrance. Oh. Yeah, might could. Pause. Do not start loading up with people yet. Alright. Get rid of that. Are we still in the bad tide? We are. Stop drinking the water. Thank you. Well, the other thing is if I do it down here, what's ultimately going to happen is they are gonna... Oh, you know what? Right there, maybe? And I do not like this aesthetic. The beavers think human roofs are some kind of cultural symbol. They think the roofs are hip. How can you hate the skyline, though? It's literally the best car ever. Skyline? Car? Roofs? What? What are we talking about? Wait, what are we talking about? Okay, so on this side... Oh, guy. Guy looks like this. Gonna be water all the time. All the time. I have no idea what y'all are on about. Don't forget, pop culture, bad brains. And... carrots all the time. And I guess let's just set up another carrots all the time. I was making a pun. The Nissan Skyline GTR is a popular sports car. Yep, I know nothing about cars either. Sorry. It was a valiant effort, but I don't know anything about anything. I saw the first one. And the one where someone wanted me to watch it with them. So the one they go to space, the one that they end up in space or whatever. Those were the two I saw. And I'm like, all right, I get the vibe of the movie. I also get that these movies aren't for me, but that's okay. They went to the one place not ruined by capitalism. Space. Yep. There was one that, yep. I'd go into detail, but I kind of lost the plot after they went to space. Gangsters in space. Okay. I mean, yeah, but the Fast and Furious movies will be around a lot longer than SpaceX will. Let's see here. Do I care about this? I think I care about this landmass, yeah. Eco, my boy. Eco, my boy. You're just a whiny baby kitty boy, man. Dinner in like an hour. Okay? Dinner in like an hour. Dinner in like 55 minutes. We'll just round up to an hour. Okay, and one more medical bed. To be absolutely fair, we've had a minimal amount of, like, rampant injuries. Things have been working pretty good. We must have had a die-off? Hold on. Okay, there we go. We must have had a die-off because I've got 8 empty beds. Nope. Not what's going on. I want this to get built out a little more before I commit this code to production, so to speak. We got logs. Need more builders. Cute. And we've got metal coming in. Got metal being made. Short a handful of workers. Ah. That's where you are. I found you. I found you. There we are. Okay. I love it when a plan together. Look at that. Not my best design, but it's serviceable, and that's kind of all I really care about right now. Also into exploding pieces on the regular. Yep. And polluting in people's backyards where it shouldn't be, and dodging taxes, and, you know, the stuff. It's paused. And also wrecking whatever's left of... Yeah. And also leaving a toxic legacy, and I could go on. I think if anyone had any questions about my alignment, I think you figured it out by now. Yeah, just ask him. He reminds me a lot the way he looks as the bad guy from Fifth Element. Dodd? And the big boss wanted to party on a certain island. Yep. Okay, can we afford more Stuf? That's valid. You know what? That's a valid take. That's a very valid take. Now I know this is going to our residential zone. Want it all connected. But do we start with this guy first and expand later? Maybe we do it that way. Is it the trees in the way? Oh, get over yourself. Really? I know, Nico. There's trees in the way. I know. Just singing the song of his people over there. Ad break. I was not paying attention to. I know. It's the toots. It's the absolute toots. I love how you could take an acronym two separate ways. That's how group projects go. Everyone working real hard together, and along comes one self-centered. Now, I know what that acronym means, probably the... Well, a way. Probably not the way. Okay. Looking real forward to making this a thing. Oh, big stretch, yeah? Whew. I kind of feel like now that we got past panic, I'm not a domestic housewife, I'm feral. Excellent. Wouldn't have it any other way. How much more of this do we have to go? Okay, so I do want some more amenities over here. We need the rooftop. Who's a whatsery? Yep. I'll also want... Oh, this is going to be more storage for food. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got the first one. Got it. I got the first one. I didn't need help with the first one. I got there. Everywhere else, my brain was just like... I need more workers, man. All our pumps are off. Oh, is there a bunch of haulers or builders? Yeah, we got a bunch of builders. Yep, that's fine. That is still a-hole, correct. Oh, boy. Alright, bunch of planks. Move all the housing over. Move some more food over. Build big boy storage for more food. Yeah. Gonna get this all bunkered up. We have 6 more days of badness. But there's still some water just lurking about. Just lurking about. I am going to allow one of these be released. Yeah. Oh, wait. Another one got built. That was the one. I'm going to do this one at a time. Oh. You too. Oh. And that is the right answer. I get it. I get it. The harvest totem. Probably could fit really nicely right here, because I'm going to expand this way. Let's do that. I think that's fine. Set it up for a twofer. Let this happy chappy up. Cool. Then I can scrap that guy, move over some stuff, build up some more stuff. Gonna make a cup of tea, keep an eye on my candle while I'm gone. Okay, sure. No promises I'm not gonna burn myself or my surrounds, but yeah, I'll keep it. Does it do tricks? Before you leave, does it do tricks? Can you take it out for walkies? We just need a dumpster ton of plates. Or, planks, I should say. Did we only go through one big Bigham water storage so far? Wow, we really built in some resiliency. There shall be no thirsty while we are running the joint. More set. Do one more set of 9. Yep. That means that goes away. All this is going to be industrial front side. Yep. That and that. Yes, Nico. I know. I know. Sorry, he's being real mouthy. I just want to make sure that I'm talking back to him so he can hear. Sure. Yeah? I think he's also still a little rattled. Not rattled's not the right word, but I think he's still, like, looking for the other cats that were here yesterday. We had 2 cats and a dog. My friend's place was getting fumigated. Hi. Come on up, say hi. No? Alright. I'm sure it... Oh, yeah, it will. Yep, because every time they rub their face on something, that puts the... Oh! God, that scared me. Come on up. Puts the pheromones all over the joint. But it worked out really well. No one was aggressive. No one was really territorial or anything. There was, like, some hissing, but it was just, like, testing the waters and stuff. I don't think anyone was in any real risk whatsoever. Hi, I'm talking about you. How about that? I got 2 paused houses over there. This is how you handle vocal cats. There's someone else who always gets annoyed when her cats... Oh? I like it when my cat talks. It's just he's getting a little on the senile side. So, that helps. How you handle vocal cat. Oh, sorry. Maybe I misread it. Do you have a way to treat that? Or I treated it correctly? Sorry, I think my blood sugar is getting a little weird. Hey. Hold on, you got some bumpies. Oh, there you go. Easy? Yeah. You treat your cat correctly. Oh, I see. Yay! I've had cats for a long time. Love you too. Don't get jealous. I've had cats for a long time, a lot of my life, and that means like when they're kittens and when they've moved on. And I think I've figured out like how to handle a cat that's like super meowy is like you engage them, because my last cat Jax was real real something. And I love him a bunch, still miss him. But he would get real meowly a lot. And the trick is, like, he doesn't know where anyone is. His memory's not great. So I would put, like, night lights in the hallway and stuff so he could see a little bit better. And then he knew how to get back to the bed. And then I built a little staircase, a little bitty staircase. Didn't get into bed real easy, and he wasn't jumping out and down. And it handled a lot better. So he would wake me up at night, meowing. And then I'd be like, Jax! 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 And then, like, whatever. And he'd be like, oh, a fat man. Here you I've been looking for you. Did you not enjoy my echolocation? And I'm like, you didn't have to echo, and you knew my location, so this is a great chat. Go to bed. Not because I want to go to bed. So whatever, real cute. Real cute. And, hi, yes. Hi, yes. Okay. Man, we're gonna have to clean ears. I don't know how you get them so dirty. Do goats always do the traditional... I don't know what it's called. Not a whinny or anything. Is that the normal goat call, or do you have some that actually make different noises or anything? I wonder if there's goats that like purr or something. That okay. Fair enough. So hold on. So let's just do a quick damage check. No, I don't want. Get out. We have, let's just say, more than half. I mean, we have way more than half. 16 of 30. Oh, it's about half. That's about half. We did good on that. So that's really good. We could easily do another 10 days of drought. Something? Scream and shout 10 days of drought? Yeah. But there's also screaming goats, but mine are not that type. They also blow like that. Oh gosh, that's awesome. I didn't know goats had like lip structure to do that. If a chicken did that, I would lose my mind. Yes, engage them, but engage them positively. Don't shout at them. Yes. Yep. Yep. And the only reason why I was doing like loud noises is because Jax also was getting a little on the deaf side, so. Whoosh! The little cockapoo-pee-pee in there. Eldritch Chicken. Eldritch Chicken is the 4th track on my heavy metal album debuting this week on the SoundCloud. It's not true, but I throw that in as like comedic chit-chat once in a while. Okay, so where are we at? I still have 2 paused houses. I think the entire residential sector has been shifted. So that's awesome. It's awesome sauce. It's awesome. But the raspberries are a danger sound. That's adorable. Ooh, you okay? I think you need a nap. I think instead of yelling at me, I think you need a nap, my son. I don't know if you are tired, but you look tired. You look the part. Okay, this comes out a little bit more. Okay, so where are we at right now with housing? We have 4 kits, an empty bed, and 4 that don't have a job. I'm gonna unpause one more of these. Don't worry about that anymore. Cancel. Cool. I have to see if I can get a video, but if you do it to a bunch of goats, unless trained to ignore it, they will run away. Ah, yes, everyone knows that the ferocious wolf calls out challenges by blasting raspberries at its prey. I wonder what evolutionary trait triggered that, because that sounds adorable. Adorable. Oh, the head goat does it. Oh, okay. Got it. Let me bust out this here whoopee cushion. Let all the fellas know that we in danger. That's really cute. That's still really, really cute. Alright. Where do we go from here? What are we doing? I'm still trying to compress a bit more. Which I'm still super duper happy about. I can make a noise though and run, and then they follow me. It's their version of, oh, Frank's busting raspberries again. Just ignore him. It's the 5th time this week. Ooh, sorry. Eco does not like the raspberries. I love you. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Yeah. The raspberries weren't aimed at you specifically. It was a sign of the time. Sorry. I still like your butt. Think about that. It's not a bad choice at all. Yeah, I'm still perplexed because I really didn't think goats had the lip structure to make such noise. That's really freaking cool. Just logs, isn't it? Yeah, we absolutely tapped out of everything to build this, which is exactly what reserves should be in building the big projects. I'm just gonna let that build out. Are we done with science? Or are we just gonna move science? What do we need for the next thing? 1,000. Gears, planks, sap. Get that unlocked. Is there anything else I care about? Sure. It's too expensive for me to use right now anyway, but why not? Fine, fine. That's a ways away. Boy goats do bleb 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 when trying to get a girl's attention. That's adorable. I'll try that. Try that next. I'm of the single variety, which is not something of pride. But I'll try that the next time I'm on a date. Hey, can I just try something real quick? Real quick. Just real quick. Anything? No? Okay. That was it. Well, it's the end of the date? No! Oh, gosh. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I like my beard in the configuration it is currently in. I don't want to do that. Okay. All this space can just get moved and removed. You mean Cobalt? Of course you mean whatever floats your goat, right? I'll leave now. I should be wrapping up soon anyway. Whatever floats your goat. Float your goat. Let me get this finished. I can get decommissioned. Oh. You want a hug? I'll give you hugs. I'm sorry, Cobalt. I didn't mean it, kind of. Okay, what are we doing? So this is built? Hot jams it's built. Yes, sir. Okay, food, water, medical care. All in a thing. No problem. I'll give you hugs. I'm also known for cracking people's backs. Like in a good way. I'll give you a hug. Went to Ana Epaka. Oh, an alpaca farm. Yeah. Don't they just, like, spit at you, or am I thinking of camels? And alpaca. Oh, I thought on alpaca was, like, a brand name of alpacas. No, that's cool. Alpacas. Ugh. I've lost the ability to read. Okay, so I saw it was flowing out, so we're shutting that down. Yep, we lost all the pressure. 14 days? 15 days? A llama? He's supposed to be dead. Is that a Monty Python reference I missed? Sorry, I'm running out of brain and humor sauce. Also known as blood sugar. Okay, so this goes away. When that goes away, we'll stack more food here. And I'm so out of lumber. I think it's llamas or camels or something that spit. That's why I was asking if they spat. We didn't get nearly as much water as I hoped. Oh, Emperor's New Groove. Excellent. That gets paused. I don't need more scrap metal. That's 4 more workers. They both do? Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why I said nice. Alright. Okay, cool. Updated my notes. Thanks. It was. But it's only 14, 15 days? Yeah, it was a bit of drainage. Alright. All these trees are ready to party? Man. We got a lot done for 6 hours or something of work. Yeah, I'm really happy with how far we've gotten. Metal? 76. Soon we can talk about dynamite. Soon. I don't need this anymore. And this is about to go away. I'm not going to do it while you guys are having a Mai Tai or whatever beavers enjoy for their beveragey sauce. Bevernagey. I'm trying to mix the word beverage and energy. Dynamite would be grande. Nacho Bel Grande, even, because now I'm hungry. Get that. That. Can you get that? Now, that's not going to work because it's 3 wide. But we're going to move all this storage right up there. Yep, easy. I don't need more water, thanks. General? Oh, you joined. We don't have a pets room. We don't have a pets room. So general room under general chat, I guess. It'd be awesome for goat pics. That's the one phrase I didn't think I was going to hear today, and it's the one phrase I wanted to hear today. Yo, man, straight up, we want some goat pics. Chuck them into general chat. Fantastic. This is a lot of materials. I still want it built anyway. I know it's uneven. I don't care. We can always rearrange stuff later, but this is going to replace 6 of these sons of guns. So, jacked, and eject. Thank you. Did you diversify your food a bit? Yes. So I left this gap here. This is going to be 2 more storages, but I don't want to build them yet. These are going to be sunflowers or baked potatoes or something. That's what's going to go there. Above this. But yeah, this is to make sure that we have food and water in a very localized place where folks are going to be when they come home from work. It's not a, well, I need to go to the other side to get water and whatever. And this worked out in our last design really, really well. I think, Cobalt, do you remember the last design? I don't know if you want me... Oh, I didn't save. I made no screensavers. Shoot. Oh. Second one. The first floor in the other design had... The first floor was food, water. And then it was housing, up. So yeah, same deal, but I'm going a little more vertical. Not terribly so, but a little more. See some goat. Ah. So cute. Aww. From your industrial housing block. Yeah. Yep. So we had the industrial block that you and I worked on. And then the housing block that just had all the food, water, and like medical beds and stuff. Speaking of medical beds. Yarp. Okay, can always have more of that. Alright. So once we get this all like stashed away. If I can get up there that doesn't stink. Do like this for now. Oh, maybe some teeth sharpening goes here? I don't know what goes here. Figure it out. Anyway, I just need a bunch of planks. And I can't make more planks. Good. Good, good, good. Good, good. Sound like a Formula 1 car again. Good, good. Good. You did. You did, and I appreciate your efforts. Got more lumber up in this business? Yeah, we just don't have power. I need paper for the next tier of power. Wow, we ran out of planks very quickly. Oh, and it's gone. We got 2,000 water. We can last 10 days on 2,000 water, I think. We about to find out. What can I blow up that'll give us like a bajillion planks? I could sack a medium tank if we wanted. Is fine. What's the next plan? Metal was the biggest play so we can get more mobility. The next biggest thing is probably explosives. A lot of trees over here. Yeah, would like that. Oh, I actually have a workforce now. Look at that. Fine. Fine. That's fine. Yep. Good. I would like that. I think, yeah, I don't know who we talked about with before, but yeah, climates would be another thing that would be added. Seasons. Every 5 cycles, the season changes or whatever. Is it summertime? Cool. Crops produce more food or whatever. Um, maybe the river runs a little faster to generate more power. In the wintertime, you could still have a running river, but it's too cold and doesn't allow you to plant crops around it. Like, the water's just not usable for growing turnips or whatever. I could totally see something. I could see rain being a thing where it's like everything is watered right now. So don't worry about it. Like, every tile on the map is at least getting a little bit of water, you know, something like that. But I don't know how the game is designed. I don't know if that would drastically change. You know, maybe that's a mod someone can slap together. But maybe that makes it just a little too complex. Or just enough. I don't know. You know? Would still be cool either way. Also, I have a very dumb idea. If you split your polder in 2 straight through the middle island, left side will stay dry, the other side can be wet. That's massive amounts of fun. Okay, so... do you mean here? In 2 straight through the middle island. Oh! Seal it off like... Oh. 9 degrees rotated. Let's... For sake of argument, I'm not moving the camera. I have maybe a better idea. Cobalt, I maybe have a better idea. Do you want to take a screenshot and then draw on it and then send it to me? Sorry, my blood sugar is starting to get really low. I was kind of waiting for that low key for it to be a dynamite conversation, really. Kind of was waiting for in that regard. Oh, we still have 6 days. Sweet gibbers. Doesn't currently seem to have a bleb bleb video. That's okay. I did research explosives, didn't I? Did. Okay. Cool. Oh, we've already got some natural stairs there. That's excellent. Connected building. Yeah, we're all a little disconnected in some way. Fine. Which I still need planks, so that doesn't help anything. We get some lumber out. Boom, done. Lumber have. Lumber got. Oh. And you've already done that. Excellent. Okay. Making some really good progress here. Little on the slow, but we've got a whole lot to go. We still have 3,000 carrots. We still have 1,500 water. Yep. Yep, pulling the rest of the carrots out and starting on actual industry is what I want. We still have enough room for a few more houses we need. I still have a bunch already still paused anyway. Cobalt, I see your picture. Oh, and I see you wouldn't download a car video. I'm gonna copy this and paste this into chat so folks can follow along. Just in case there are any questions. So seal it off like that, and the top is just farmland, or the bottom is just farmland? The top of it, yep, that's a lot of farmland, you're right. Yeah, I was hoping to make that more of a dynamite conversation, but you're right, that would be a really big chunk of farmland that could be wet a lot of the time. All across the sealed wall become green grass during the wet season, yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, I like that idea. Just need power to come back. Just need a whole mess of... I'm just going to keep these unpaused. I will soon have to find a better water solution anyway. Not that we're in a bad spot or anything, but we're not in the best spot. Adding more of these little things doesn't really solve the problem. Point is, you might have enough wood for this, but definitely not the dynamite. Yep, because I have a non-integer amount of dynamite. Non-positive integer amount of dynamite. It's not a non-zero. It is 0. And grow wood a few days to recoup the cost, yeah. So the materials you're thinking would just be levies and just like box this off? This is the cheapest wood structure that stops water. The levee. Yeah, this is the cheapest. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. We're gonna go hydrate the Pando. Pando is how you hydrate Nedved in their channel. And that's it. Boom. You have 2 days to do this if you want to do this cycle. Nah. Nah. Appreciate it. But nah. I wish there was a... I think maybe next cycle? Yeah, we'll fill the basin later. That's totally fine. What I'd honestly like to do is I'd like to get into a little bit more of this. This guy. We didn't really experiment with this at all. The way in which I've been doing water control has been sieves from a higher point to make sure it gets to where I need it to be. Or sluices. See, is it a sieve or a sluice? No, I can't remember. Sluice. I've been using sluices to do that. So in this case, what it'd be is come up here, wall this off, put sluices down below for the pure water to go out, and then garbage water for it to go this way. So that's how we did that last season, or the season before, or whatever. That's kind of been like the 90% of my thinking. But I wouldn't mind to incorporate something like this in, because the way this works is pretty much as it says in the tin. So on the left is where it pulls, and on the right is where it deposits. Now we've had this chat before that we could do this, and this would you could get an infinite power system, sort of a thing. Pulling the water up that way, dropping it, and getting power. I kind of don't want to do that, even though that is something we can do. Yeah, so we got options on things. Just gotta stop doing things. We just gotta wait for the water. Come on, the water. Yeah, the green returns to the land. Also, this all being said of something that we discussed before is because the ground doesn't retain water at all, it leads me to believe this is more of a clay composite for the ground, as opposed to just dirt or sand or crushed rock. I guess sand would make sense too. But yeah, maybe some clay composite. Nope, you can't clean it. It just has to evaporate or leave the map. Any water that touches the end of the map disappears. You can't clean it. You can just wait for it to evaporate, though. Not really a lot you can do with it other than avoid it. Though it would be interesting if you could purify it with extract or something. Like for every... Oh, gross. The beavers that are into that, I don't want to know. It'd be interesting if they added that as a mechanism, as a mechanic. For every, let's just say, liter of bad water that you take... no, it just disappears when the bad water goes away. For every liter of bad water you take in to make extract, you can purify 50 liters of bad water into good water or something. Like, I could see a mechanic like that or something where you really have to just tough through the badness, but that might also break a lot of the danger and flow of regular droughts and stuff, because then it makes another part of the season easier to deal with. I could see why they wouldn't do that, but there's some options as to why that would be cool and why they would do that. Come on, man, we're so close. Well, there it is. There's our guy. Cool. Can you increase the flow of the water next to your water wheel by directing the water from the mountain in one way? Yeah. We could direct this away. Yeah. Because it is flowing down. Right? It is flowing down. To be absolutely honest, our industrial ambitions aren't hurting by power production anyway. We're kind of alright right now, but yeah. The same thing you showed us before, right? Just split the line. Could split the line. Could do something like that, but yeah. I don't... Yeah, I would also like to go up there and use all that for power. I'd like to do that. Just tons of water wheels. Like, that'd be a really fun thing to experiment with. But of course, I don't want that to choke out anything that's down here, because that would be really awkward to talk about. Too bad our beaver pals can't subside on power alone. Okay. That cleans all of that up. Sweet. You gotta decide for me, as I can't choose. Should I eat fish with rice or big omelet with cheese? Fish with rice. Fish with rice. Yep. Because then you could flip the script and be like, well, what would you eat for breakfast? I personally wouldn't eat fish for breakfast, but I could eat an egg and some cheese any time of the week. But fish is a right now thing. Oh. Horno los dos. Why not? Why not both? Where am I looking at here? Yes. Okay, now... Bit of a pause, see if we can redo some of this action. That was the wrong button, J-Mags. I know it. Rice with cheese would be an option, actually. Yeah, rice with cheese is good. It really keeps the meal in your tummy-tum. I'm just gonna keep clicking on the wrong buttons, don't mind. I don't think I need more plank. I do want explosive. So, power guy. Water. No, terraforming. Landscaping. I knew I'd get there eventually. This needs 150 ohas of power. Let's try that. And then if I could get maybe another plank maker, that'd be nice. Okay, so there's that. Picturing a plate of rice covered with molten cheese. No, no, no. You make the rice, and then when you're going to make the omelet, you add the rice to the omelet, you cook it into the omelet. Oh, gosh. If we need a rating for the stream, it's just now going to be, this stream is rated UF for ugly food. Please monitor this responsibly. You're too far from a thing. Okay, there's that. That. Okay. Bad water's used to make explosives. Bad water is also used to make extract, which makes the bigger explosives possible. I'm gonna show you. Right here. 5 bad water, 3 hours, 1 kaboom boom. If you want the bigger kaboom boom, you need dynamite and extract. Yep, because dynamite, bad. Got it. Got it, friend. I don't have any of those materials. There you are. Yeah, fish it is. And medicine for the iron teeth and bot fuel. Yep, fair enough. And before I forget... Yep, it's absolutely leaving the system. There you go. Rippling looks nice. If that's your plan, if you make the Toiny reservoir, you can also make dynamite during droughts. Yes, because then we'd have power. Yep. But now we're kind of hosed until 25 days. God. Well, thank goodness we stashed up on carrots. I guess I'm doing a whole lot of but nothing for right now. Because even without the power, I don't have the bad water. But that's okay. We'll be ready for next time. Yep. That evaporates so fast. Okay. What do we do for 25 days other than chill vibe and vibe chill? More lumber over there? No, I haven't really needed one. Really. I don't think I've really needed a water dump. With having this all secured and stuff, it's been looking pretty good. Now, what I want to add to this, though, is scrub-a-dubba-ba-dubba-dub. Yeah, this guy still. I still want to get this guy going on. And then just dump the water in and then raise this as high as I want. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Here's where we're at. My headache is starting to come to more of a point. And I'm losing energy a little faster than I would like. I did say I want to get this to 7 hours if we could. And in about 10 minutes, we'll be at about 7 hours. So I think... Yeah, I'm going to. I've got some stuff going on tonight, but I'll be able to ingest some caffeine, a little bit of ibuprofen, a little bit of turmeric. And I think that might set me straight. But we're going to go for about another 10 minutes. No, this is good. This is the energy's good, the focus is bad. That's, yeah, so I'm just making it like more clear that I am having a delightful time, absolutely. However, if you're telling me something and I go, then it's like, yeah, that would be why. Not even half a beaver workday. Yeah, for sure. I would work 16 hours a day. Well, actually, I have for no more money in tech, pushing code or supporting code that shouldn't have gone into production. There have been times where in the office on a Friday, hey, what are you doing tonight? This is a weird question to ask because you're my superior. I guess not much. What's up? Well, we were going to go live tonight. That's not scheduled for 3 more months, my guy. Yep. Okay. Good chat. Sad noises. That actually cleans that up pretty nicely, doesn't it? Yeah, I like that. This opened up like crazy pants. So, is there anything that just costs lumber I could throw some decoration about? I do want this guy here. This guy here. Well. Yep, we're still chomping on tree. Man, there's just not a lot I gotta do. First I've done is a few 48-hour weeks, and they sucked. It's not, yeah, I think I've already chatted about it to some length, but it's not even like the hours. If that was it, that'd be fine. But like, it was also you don't get paid more situation because of where I live. You don't get paid more. There's no compensation. Compensation that's provided doesn't make a lick of sense. Yeah, I got you guys pizza to keep the fire going, to get this code done up in production. How about that? Ain't I a great boss? No. It is your fault specifically we are in this position. Not make you a good boss. Also, what drives me nuts is the entire lack of empathy. Say you're sorry? No? Okay. Good stuff. Crackerjack stuff, my guy. Crackerjack stuff. Okay, once we get some planks, that'll get done. What are we averaging at? 10-ish still? That's not great. Yes, I've moved some stuff, so a bit of negative there. Before we get too much further, I'm going to want the next monument of how did you guys get wet fur? Oh. Just cutting trees. Oh, that's neat. It was 6-day weeks. Yikes. I'm really glad we built that underground storage. That helped out so much. Oh, this is a cute little... We'll sit right there. I still think this might be a really quaint start location. A bit more difficult because you don't really have space to contend with. If I do overtime, it's going to be my decision. I do voluntarily because I like the work. Yep, that's not how it works here. That does sound nice, being in control, but yeah, it's not really how that operates here. Actually, can we start talking about this? Nope, because I need planks. Son of a biscuit. A biscuit! What if you build a dam to chop off the right side? And force it all to the left? Sorry. Okay, let's go back to the viewpoint that we were at before. Okay. Oh, the entire right side of the map? Hold on. There it is. Code. I thought there was a debug you could move out farther. So I can't scroll it any farther, but I don't want to mess with FOV. FOV is something else. Okay, well, let's assume I found a thing. Even though I didn't found a thing. Okay, so you want me to cut the right side of the map off? and force everything to the left. I could. I'm not sure what that would help. Actually, Eber, the right side's higher, so it's a natural reservoir. Down to the left, you have too high reservoir. Yeah, could be doable. Yeah, wall it off here. More reserve. Wall it off here. More reserve. Yeah. For that project, I was kind of waiting on sluices, so I'd have a neat way to void the bad nonsense. Because we still have bad nonsense that's going to happen. But yeah, we have tons of lumber now. So nothing's stopping that from happening at all. But I do see what you mean. Yeah, I do exactly see what you mean. Let me guess, this needs planks. Gears and metal. Neat. Let's see here. Oop, wrong button. Yep, that is better. It naturally funnels in there. Oh, this one. Yes. Yep. Exactly right. Just so we can share what Cobalt posted. Yep. I see what you mean. The only thing is I need them sluices to make sure I can parse out the badness. And I'm out of metal right now. There's that. But yeah, you're right. I'm getting an urge to place myself, but I'm already trying to play too many slow games at the same time. Well, if there are enough slow games, look on the bright side. What you could do is play several at the same time. Oh, right. I want sluices first. Yeah. And it's not even that expensive. It's 5 metal, which isn't the most expensive. Oh, Poil, just Alt Tab. Switch between all things, just Alt Tab. Or 2 screens. You and time play games on 3 PCs at the same time with social. Yeah. That sounds like wisdom damage for sure. Okay, we are out of water. We'll easily have enough water for growing crops for another, let's say, 10 days. That means we only have to be, without income, without a food income for 7 days for the remainder of the drought. 4 days for the planting season and all that. So we're still in really good shape here. We're still in real good shape. I'm really happy with everything. Yeah, we're just gonna wait for planks, wait for power again. Any other little nuggets that we can see while I'm messing with the height? That's a cute little thing under there. 2 PCs is manageable if they're slow-paced builder games. Yeah. Understood. But I think this is where I'm going to wrap up for this session. I do apologize, but this is about the right time because I think I'm starting to crash a little bit. So, there is that. Here is this. Are very welcome. We're going to go find somebody to raid. Let's see. Is anyone playing the Timberborn? I think we should raid Nedved. If anyone is familiar with Cult of the Lamb, it is a very neat game. Nedved Twitch. We're going to raid them up. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you all for everything. It'd be good if I spelled raid correctly. There we go. And boop. Did that work? Hey, there we go. All right. So, they are playing Cult of the Lamb. Should be a good time. It's also crowd control. So if you're interested in Cult of the Lamb or participating in somebody else's game while you are, just chill vibing, be sure to check it out. So thank you all for your time today. Thanks for the patience. Thanks for the support. I hope to catch you all next time.